down this ink, but then it will start to run blue.
Oh, wow. I've never seen that technique before.
Haven't you?
No.
So we start then to get that true colour come through, but I'm blending two completely different colours that won't go together. Now this is a really cool technique because it allows you to have that ability to blend colours that match but are not intended to blend together.
Right.
Which is incredible. So you can see there is not even a line there where that is blended out. So if we do that again,
that's a great
onto another
technique.
one.
I like
yeah,
it.
so it's actually called palette blending.
Right.
So I'm just going to do another bit on there.
So the trick is to have a little bit of cellophane handy.
Yeah,
some
absolutely.
old packaging or something like that.
Totally. And then we can do it a different way. Let's go down the centre. And then again, taking our pen and picking that up. And you can see, because it's a lighter colour, it's neutralising, picking that all up. I can then go down that centre and start to blend that out.
And the colour gradually changes back to its original.
Yep, it will eventually just go back to that beautiful blue.
Oh, cool. I can't believe I've never seen that done before.
Yeah, how amazing is that? And then we'll go to the blue at the bottom there.
It's a totally different colour now, isn't it? Gone back to its original.
Yep.
Yep.
There we go. And then it's just... So all I would say is make sure, whatever you're using, just scribble on to get rid of that colour, because you don't want to contaminate your pen.
No, sure.
But you can see those two completely random different colours have blended beautifully. So if I bring in this card here, so you can see I've done this entire card by doing that palette blending.
Lovely.
And using those fairy stamps, which is just really incredible. So a really nice technique. You can do that with all different colours. So try it again,
sure.
Create a palette and be able to do that.
Now, the fairy colours, by the way, or the fairy stamps, sorry, should I say, Donna, Sheena's head of design, they are, or she's responsible for those. They're actually coming up on the screen right now. If you want the fairy stamps, you can go for them. They're on the website if you want to have a little look. It's 6 A6 stamp collections. You get 6 of them for £29.94. There we are, 546773. You've got the toadstool house. You've got the dandelion clock houses as well, the fairy door. Really sweet. Lots of fairy images there as well. And that was the image that Debbie was using. The one that's in the bottom, in the middle, is what we just used in that last demonstration. They're there for £29.94 if you want them. OK, now, oh, hang on a minute. Is that glitter card?
It's glitter card, yes.
You can use alcohol pens on glitter card?
Yeah,
Ah.
and not only can you use it on glitter card, you can blend with it as well, which is beautiful. So again, I'm using 3 different colours here. They are from the same colour family, but they have a tone that makes them blend really well. So I'm going to start off with my darker colour. I'm going to use my chisel nib and I'm literally just going to rub my pen along the top. Now the great thing with glitter card is because the glitter is not like a paper, it absorbs but it stays that little bit wet, which means it enables us to take our time and get that next level of blend. So I can literally blend these together.
Oh, wow, look.
And without a line.
And it doesn't dull the glitter at all either, does it?
No, not at all. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it really is. And I can then go over that if I just want to blend that a bit more, bring that colour down. I
think what you'll notice when you start using Spectrum Noir paint is just how intense the colour is. It's incredibly vibrant. And it goes on so well. But having said that, obviously you've also got some of the paler tones as well, like for skin and for hair too. But certainly if you pick one of the brighter colours, it really is vivid, isn't it? Yeah, they are really amazing pens. If no one's used alcohol pens before, or they've been a little bit scared because they've just wanted to have a go but not think they can do it, and also it's a considered purchase, isn't it? And maybe a bit frightened to sort of pay that out. But there we go, look at that blending all in, and it's absolutely stunning. That's great, isn't it? Beautiful, yeah. Absolutely lovely. And if I just bring in a quick card that I've done, I embossed the background there and just added my alcohol markers over the top, That's
put a little
fabulous.
eye on our elephant.
Excellent.
So it's just another way of using our alcohol markers, using it to do those bits, which is really amazing. But
Now,
definitely die cut all your little glitter cards, so it's
superb.
amazing.
Well, we've only got 7 minutes left on this show. There is one more show, the final call, coming up at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Lots of you will be ordering it in between shows as well. Now, the big ultimate collection that's on the screen right now, there are no more pens than you can see there. That's every pen Spectrum Noir has ever produced. 70%? Three-quarters even. Three-quarters of the stock has gone on the complete collection. 989739 is your item number. You're getting 216 pens. You get the storage for every one of those pens as well, and you get that 2.5-hour DVD too. It works out at £1 a pen, and the bonus storage and the DVD. And remember, that DVD is invaluable. The reason I say that is that Leanne is there on the DVD so that you can get the best out of your pens. You've got printable images that you can print off of the DVD as well, so you can colour those in real time with Leanne on the DVD. So you'll be able to do those effects and create those images exactly as Leanne is showing you at the same time. So you can pause it, you can rewind it as well. 989739. OK. That is the ultimate. This one, though, is the one-day special. So if you don't want to maybe spend that sort of money, but you want to get a really good selection of pens to try with Spectrum Noir, this is the one-day special. You've got here 120 pens and the storage for every one of them, and the DVD, same DVD that's in the big one, in here as well. So this has got loads of colour, loads of pens. Someone who's never had Spectrum Noir before, is this a good place to start with the one-day special?
This is just the absolute best place to start because it gives you those core colours, those 72 pens in the core sets. They will help you to blend, they will in fact teach you, not help you, they will enable you to actually become a colourist. I think even a beginner colourist, you're going to be able to do beautiful makes because the blending is so easy with these pens and they're going to last you such a long time. So many different colours. What we've also given you is the nature set and the vintage, which are extra additional colours that you're going to need in your everyday sort of creating, whether you're creating your sceneries and your backgrounds with those beautiful natures, or you've got those vintage colours which give you those really sort of grungy pinks and purples, which are lovely. On top of that, you've got storage to hold all of these pens. And then actually, Dave, the best thing for me as well is that DVD.
Yeah, absolutely.
Leanne is on there for 2.5 hours at your leisure, whenever you want. You can switch it on and off and just learn all the different techniques that you can do with these pens.
Funnily enough, I was driving around near the studios the other day and I saw a big billboard saying art classes in 2018.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, that's a good idea,
Yeah.
someone who's interested in it, but you've got to go to the same meeting every week at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, many of us work shifts and can't commit to something like that. You can sit down for 10-15 minutes, watch a bit of the DVD and colour away any when you choose, when you've got time. And this is just one card I've just picked up at random to show you how good the colours are with Spectrum Noir. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful quality. So £40 today is your first payment, plus the P&P if you're not a Freedom member. And then the next payment comes off your card automatically this day in January. So that's in 4 weeks' time, the 18th of January. And then the 18th of February is the final payment. So that's 167 080, and again, this is another card just to show you here. This is on acetate. So you can see you can colour acetate, you can colour metal, you can colour ribbon, you can colour cardstock, obviously. Glitter card, we showed you that. This is craft metal that's been used on these flowers just here. Again, permanently coloured, because they are permanent alcohol pens.
Yep.
And all these other elements here that Debbie's just holding up.
Yeah, I mean, really, this is just great that we can not only, for you colourists out there, but to be able to do all your embellishments. So whatever you choose to do, whether it's to add some charms onto things, whether we all use our pearls and our gems. The gems, for me, are the big thing, because you can see we've coloured these gems here in all different colours, so you'll never again have to buy a coloured gem.
No.
You could just colour it the colour that you want it to be. All your flowers, you know, the paper flowers and everything, colour all those as well.
Now, the happy hour deal, remember, that's only for this hour, is extra storage, really. If you want storage for your aqua pens, maybe, or your sparkle pens that I know lots of you have got, then these are perfect. They store all your pens horizontally, and there's enough there for 72 pence. That's normally 19.99. Today it's 25% off, only for the next 5 minutes. I said 5 hours. The next 5 minutes and 20 seconds, it's going to go back up to 19.99 at the end of the show. 616-294, this hour's happy hour deal. The Ultimate, though, has proved to be so popular since we launched this last night. There are no more pens. This is the Ultimate Spectrum Noir collection. They are every pen that Spectrum Noir's ever developed in one bundle. £216, there's 216 pens. They're the only pens that have ever been created. There are no more. And you pay that today. It's £1 a pen. We'll give you the storage for them, holding 216 pens. We'll also give you the Leanne DVD as well, with all those printable projects too. So you can get the Ultimate collection today for just that first flexible payment of £72. You're saving not only the one-day special saving of £106, an additional £70 is your saving if you buy this. So you're saving £176 and pence by getting the Ultimate collection today, and on 3-way flexi buy as well.
Yeah, I mean, it does make it that much affordable. We know it's a considered purchase because it's a huge, humongous set here that it gives you everything you could ever need.
This fills in all the gaps.
Yeah, absolutely, every single one. And then to have your storage on top of that and have them just all pristine. I think we all like to have that sort of neatness. Well, we all like to have the neatness in our craft room. We don't all have it. But it really is incredible to get. Now, that background there, Dave, that's created using nail polish. So even a solvent using onto your pens can actually create beautiful backgrounds.
Well, just to know that you've got every colour imaginable from Spectrum Noir at your fingertips to create the best results. That's what you're going to get today. This is the Ultimate collection for someone who's really taking their colouring seriously, and the lady that will help you bring it to life is, of course, Leanne, who's on the DVD there too. Record our shows as well, please do, and watch those back when your pens arrive. Guaranteed pre-Christmas delivery still at this stage, so if you want it, give us a call, either this or the one-day special, and check out your baskets for the happy hour deal, because if you don't do it quickly, the price of the storage will go back up to £19.99. Debbie, you're back at 5 with
yes,
Matt.
So you're at 5, yes.
OK, I'm back with Jane in just a second. Lots more to come this afternoon. Don't go away. So yes, it's Woodware, the Totally Fun collection from Jane, the artist, is coming up next. Then it's Big Save with the Craft Yourself Silly and Hayley. And then Craft Buddies Crystal Art Gallery. I'll see you for that a bit later on as well, here this afternoon on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Hayley from Craft Yourself Silly, and we're really excited to still be working with you guys here on Hochanda. We were there from the very, very beginning, and we're still bringing you lots of really exciting soft crafts. We design and manufacture all of our kits and all of our fabrics here in the UK, and we love bringing them to you. So if you're an experienced sewer or you're just starting out in soft crafts and sewing, join us. There's tips and fabrics for everybody. Make sure you don't miss our shows and come and craft yourself silly on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Chloe from Chloe's Creative Cards. We are an award-winning family company based here in the northeast of England. We've been working with Hochanda since the very beginning and the launch of the channel, and we've had such an amazing journey so far. We've been bringing you lots of fabulous new stamps, dyes, glitters, embossing powders, and we've got so much more to bring over the coming years too. Over the coming months and year, we'll bring you some fantastic new products to Hochanda. We'll be extending our dye range, and we'll be bringing you some fantastic new stamps as well, along with our gorgeous sparklicious glitters and some fabulous new colours in the wow embossing powders too. It's going to be a brilliant year, and I really hope that we'll bring you something that inspires you in your card making. Don't miss my shows and craft along with me on Hochanda.
Hello, good afternoon. Yes, you're watching Hochanda on this Monday. Hope you're having a nice day. Back with the lovely Jane. Hello.
Nice to see you again.
And nice to see you again as well. It's been a few hours since we last met.
It has, yes. I'm a bit more awake now than if you last saw you.
I don't think I am. Now then, Jane is a fantastic artist, and this is our latest collection from the Woodware collection of stamps, which is part of Creative Expressions
It is,
now.
yes.
And you do 4 collections a year, don't you?
We do 4 collections. This is the last of the year. And it's been a great fun actually working with Creative Expressions. They've been so good. They're selling fabulous amounts of stamps. And I'm all set and done with the January's release now.
Oh,
so
right.
I'm working on.
So that's when we'll see you next in January.
I hope so, yes.
Great. Well, this is Jane's last show for today. So have a little look at them. They've got a toad theme running through. And you said to me earlier on that they kind of give you a bit of a free rein to kind of come up with ideas.
They do. Yeah, they don't. I always ask people for ideas because I always need ideas. But most of the time, it's what I like to do or what I think people like to have. So I have to kind of predict what people want.
Well, you've predicted well, because this has been very popular today. If you buy the complete collection, which lots of you have done today, you save £10 off the price. So it goes from £65.95 to £55.95. 2/3 of the entire collection has gone, so we're on target for a sellout, basically, because this is the 3rd show out of 3. So it's on FlexiBuy as well, £27.98 today, plus the postage if you're not a Freedom member, and then £27.98 in 4 weeks' time. But look at the theme. They are available in duos as well if you want them in sets of 2, and that's been a popular choice as well. Let's start at the top and work our way down, Jane, if we can, because this wonderful, huge... well, that's not the big stamp there, is it?
It's changed.
It's changed position. It was over there earlier. Here we've got these beautiful florals and the toad. So that one there and that one there is a set of 2, and this one here and this one here is a set of 2 as well. So we will put them up as individuals for you. So we've got Totally Fantastic and Bulb Blooms.
That's the Bulb Blooms, Tracy, this one
right,
here,
that one there.
First one.
And that's, of course, the Totally Fantastic. So those 2 together are down on the bottom, 640941, £11.99. And if I just show you some of the cards that have been made with that, here's the Toad. He's a lovely character. There he is, look. How fun is he? He's great.
Toads don't have to be just brown or dull grey. He can be green and purple if you want.
Absolutely. There are no rules.
No.
So that's the first set of 2. The next set, just here, this is the big floral circle, which is very impressive indeed. We've got a couple of those just down here in different colours for you. Look at that, when that's stamped up and when it's coloured in. Isn't that gorgeous?
A nice big stamp to get your teeth into for colouring. It's been quite a colouring day today, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been, actually, yeah. With the Spectrum Noir One Day Special, absolutely. I don't know, is that what's been used on there?
That's been used with the Graphmaster pens.
Ah, right.
Which are fantastic.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
And we've got Graphmaster pens and Sakura pens in the show as well.
Yes.
That's the same one, but done in shades of purple and lilac, which is very nice. There we go. So that's the next set of 2. That's on the bottom of the screen right now. So that's Countryside, Stems and Jackie's Garden.
That's right.
Then we go down to the bottom here. So this is the Butterfly and the Jar of Dreams. I love that.
I was demoing that earlier with Matt and made it into a shaker card. And I think there's one... No, there it is. There you are, yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
So there it is as a shaker card, and we've actually got the beads for the shaker card that we've used in this in the show, because sometimes if you put glitter into shaker cards, sometimes it sticks to the acetate with the static, but with these beads and these little metal balls that you've got here, that doesn't happen. So that's the Jar of Dreams as a shaker card. Also, we've got the Butterfly here as well. Now, I said to you earlier, that looks a bit like Zentangle to me.
It does in a way, but it's got a more structured way of using them, and of course it's full of flowers.
There's so much going on in there.
Lots of spaces to colour in.
Fantastic. So that's your Butterfly and your Jar of Dreams. That's a duo at £11.99. And then the next 2, just there. Would you change the details for these 2? So these basically are 2 florals. The Big Bunch and the Mixed Stem is £11.99 for those 2 just there. And this is what Jane did with me this morning in the 7 a.m. show, bright and early. But there you can see these different shades of grey and black. These are the Graphmaster pens as well, aren't they?
They're the grey Graphmaster pens, which I did, I think I did those with Matt, I think, at lunchtime, about 1 o'clock, was it? Yep.
And we did it in the 7 a.m. show as well, didn't we? Yeah.
So
they all
you can
kind of blend into one, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So that's that particular set, and here's...
That's the mixed stems one.
Right.
So that one, it's been done with distress inks, and you can die cut or punch squares and rearrange them to make a completely different look.
Beautiful.
They don't have to go back in any particular order.
And then the final set of 2, but remember, if you buy the whole bundle, you get all of them anyway. The final set of 2 are just here. This one and this one. Toadstool clump. And the 3 toadstools as well, and they've been very, very popular. They've been the most popular actually as a duo set, and I'll show you for why. Because there's the toadstool collection, multiple toadstools, and again they can be any colour you want.
Yes, they can. That's a nice classic one with the red. That's using the Sakura Stardust pens. I love that one that you're just holding up there. I think it's really nice. I don't think people can appreciate how dimensional that is, because the toadstool heads have been cut out and shaped and then put back on top of the image. So, yeah, well, there they are. That's the new collection, designed by and drawn by Jane. And how long does it take from when you design them to the Depends
production?
on what it is. I mean, some can be really quite quick, but for instance, this large one with all the detail inside the stamp took quite a long time. But it's drawn first, then I scan it, and then I can tidy it up in Photoshop. Right.
Well, the whole collection is $55.95 on Flexi Buy, or if you'd rather, you can buy them as sets of 2. Choice is yours. 570899. Now, we have got lots of other goodies in the show, including some Sakura pen jelly rolls. We've got the Stardust collection. That's on the website if you want those. That's a pack of 2, 4... That's a pack of 12, isn't it? Yeah, 12 gel pens in there. We've also got those beads that we were talking about for shaker cards. When you come back to me in a minute, I'll show you those, because these have been very, very popular. They're on there. Look, $16.99, 967 275, that item number. There's lots there, including distress inks as well, distress oxide inks too. But if we just quickly show, I've never seen this before until today, and when I showed them just before 8 o'clock this morning, I wish I'd shown them to you earlier. These are 2 pots of gold and silver beads, which are brilliant for shaky cards. You don't get static with these,
they're little mini balls, really. They're not beads. They're just what do they call it on the top of it? It has micro beads. So they're that small. They're micro beads, but they're great mixed with that clear, larger bead, which is heavier.
And then when they are put into shaker cards, they've got enough weight that they just make a lovely noise, and they fall around. So if you want that, $16.99 today, gorgeous quality, never seen them before, 967275. Right, Jane, so what are we doing first?
Well, I thought I'd go on to these colouring pencils that we've got here. They're just ordinary pencils, they're not watercolour pencils. And I thought I'd just do a little bit of demonstration using these. I did a little demo earlier with Matt, and I think I did one earlier with you, did a circle.
Yes.
So if everybody watched that, they can sort of see how I work with them on an image. And I've just stamped this onto a smooth white card, and I've used a black ink pad. The VersaFine would be fine for this. And I've chosen a red theme, red and orange and yellow. And you just sort of start colouring in, but I do like to stress that it's a good idea to always keep them nice and pointed. Yeah. So if you take a really good quality pencil sharpener and keep them nice and pointed, because they'll be a lot easier to work with. Don't want them too pointed, but just keep a good nib on them there.
And just to give you a heads up, we do actually have these pencils on the show. They are Bruinzeel, is that the one?
Bruinzeel, yes, it's a Dutch company.
And they are gorgeous quality, they really are, the colour pencils. So there's 36 of those, and they're $25.99. So if you're looking for pencils, look no further. Guaranteed pre-Christmas delivery at the moment as well.
They're really nice to hold, nice wooden pencil to hold, and the colours are fantastic. I'm going to start with a dark red, because then I can go over it with a lighter colour, and you can layer these one on top of the other. And as I was showing you with those circles earlier in the day, you can shade them by different weights of the pen. You can go quite heavy, and then if you wanted slightly lighter, you could just press slightly lighter. I mean, it's not a difficult colouring way of using them. It's quite easy. I go for the orange. Keep changing my mind. So then, now I've got the red on, I can then go over the red a little bit, and it blends actually on the paper.
Doesn't it? So
I can merge the red into the orange. And that's what's so nice about this shading technique, is because you give something depth. And with the flowers, I tend to put a lot of the darker colour inside or in the middle of the flower.
Also, the quality of the colour is very impressive.
It
because
is.
It's very vibrant.
Yeah, and it covers really well. You can experiment on different card as well. If you did it on watercolour card, for instance, you'll get more of a grainy finish because you've got that slightly uneven surface, and it has a more absorbent surface. Not that these are wet or anything like that, but I think that the smoother surface, the smoother your image will be. And also, I'm working on quite a hard surface here, which is sometimes a really good idea, because you get a better pressure with your pen on a harder surface. So I've got this sheet of glass behind me, and I find it very good to colour on. If you're colouring on a softer mat, or if you're doing it on a pad of paper or a magazine, you'll get probably a slightly different look. You may not get a stronger colour.
Now, lots of you I know this morning in the 7 a.m. show and also Matt and Jane's show mid-morning have gone for the big bundles. We still have the big bundle available. That's where you save the most money by saving £10. But if your budget is more £10 to £15, then you can buy, of course, them as sets of 2. The toadstools, the clump of toadstools and the set of 3 on the bottom of the screen right now, that's the most popular at the moment. That's what lots of you are going for. They're really versatile stamps, and they're fun as well, because you can make the toadstools any colour you want. We've got red ones here, we've got lovely kind of mustard coloured ones. You could put maybe the Sakura glaze pens over the dots on the mushrooms as well if you want to. Have we still got have we sold out of those glaze pens?
I think we've got a few left, and they've let me use a few of them.
Okay, well,
on this card today, just this hour, I can use a few.
Okay.
But I love the black. It's just amazing. If you've embossed an outline, you can draw with the black pen, and it looks to me as if it's just an extra stamp.
Yeah, it looks as if it's been black embossed. This, though, is the red that's been used on these toadstools. So if you could have a little look here, it looks as if it's been embossed or you've put glossy accents on it, but it's actually the Sakura pen glaze that's gone over the top of those, and it makes it look enamelled. It really, really does. So you've got a pack of 5 pens. You've got a clear one, so that'll go over any other colour. You've got a white, you've got a green, a dark red, and you've also got the black, which Jane was really singing its praises. They are limited stock. I'm just trying to find the card you did this morning.
I don't know where it is, actually.
It's gone walkies.
Yeah, there's quite a few samples down there, so...
There's loads.
Unless it's standing up on one of the stands.
Could be.
No.
No. I'll try and find it in a minute anyway. But yeah, basically it gives you a little bit of a raised edge when it dries, and it dries shiny to the black. So if you want the black one, it comes in a set of 5.
I can show you, actually.
Okay.
If I draw them out onto here, I've got some already open. You'll find that they'll have a little plastic cover on the tip. In fact, if I open it, yeah, you'll see, I don't know if you can see...
Yeah, like a little cap.
A little teeny weeny blob of what looks like glue. You've got to take that off before you start
That's
colouring.
a protective cap.
Yeah, it protects it because it's quite a lot of ink in there. So pop that off. You don't need to keep it. It can just be thrown away. But that's what they look like when they're new.
We only have single figure stock now of those pens.
If I show you with this red one, and again, you mustn't press very hard with them because the little valve in there is quite sensitive, so it's quite a delicate touch. If it gets blocked at all, which it can do if you pick up any dust, or if you've embossed an image, you want to dust it over to get any embossing powder off, because you don't want it to get stuck in there. So just scribble on another piece of card or paper and it should clear.
Well, the last of the glaze pens has just gone to someone's basket. Congratulations if you ordered them. They've sold out. If any bounce back, if someone doesn't complete the order, I'll let you know. But at the moment, they've gone. So
they've gone, have they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was going to show you this green, and it's too late now. That's a nice subtle green.
We do still, though, have the jelly roll, which is, of course, the one that's got the glitter in it as well. Not many of those left either. They've been going very well. All 12 of the gel roll pens are there. And they are £22.99. There they are. 176,429. Again, guaranteed pre-Christmas delivery at the moment.
I'm just doing a little bit more on here. I was going to actually add that black glaze pen on here, but...
You can still do that if you want to.
I can still do it, but it's just It's just a lovely pen, and the white as well. If you've actually bought those, the white is really useful for highlights, and great for writing on black card or any dark card. It goes on, but it looks very faint, and as it dries, it goes completely white. So if you've got those, then well done, and enjoy writing on that dark card. Right, just finish off this leaf.
I'm rather taken by these pencils.
They just blend so well on on the paper itself.
I think that's what's impressed me most. The colour is lovely. It's not too bright. I think sometimes when you see really bright colours, it can cheapen something. Lovely.
Add a little bit of brown on top of that, because that's rather a bright green. But if you put a little bit of brown over the top, it turns it into a more olivey green.
That's true.
So it just gives you that option of just making it more realistic by adding extra colour on top. And I tend to colour with lots and lots of circles, big or small. And even though this isn't embossed, the outline is still showing really clearly, isn't it?
Definitely.
And to make it pop out even more from the background, I've picked out one of the pale grey pencils, should I say, and I'm just adding a little shadow round the image.
Very effective.
Because on this one here, I have actually drawn a border to change it, because the stamp doesn't have that border on it. So I've drawn that with a black pencil and coloured it in using the pencils, just to give it another look.
Very nice. But now, adding that shade as you are, it kind of lifts the whole thing. It makes it look 3D.
Yes, you could, once you've coloured it all in, you just go around quite lightly in some big circles, nicely coloured in, just to give it a bit of a drop shadow, and it makes it bounce out the background nicely. And when you're working as well, you'll create a nice little soft, flat edge on your pencil, which is fine for this, because then you can create a really soft colour, rather than, you won't get too many pencil lines in there. And then you can add other things like that black glaze pen after you've finished. Sometimes a little bit of dust can gather when you've done all the crayoning. You might just need to blow that off. And that black glazed pen, just make sure that's going to work. Yep. You can add some little details, some little dots and things like that. It's so black. And
it's so responsive as well.
Yes.
Just touching it on the card, you get that, you know, that little pinprick straight away.
And that just changes the image as well. And you could draw a border on there if you wanted to finish it off. So you could get your pen, whoops, and draw a border on here.
But look how black, I know it sounds stupid to say it, but it is a black.
It's a really good black, and it's slightly raised and nice and shiny.
When it dries, it still is risen, so...
Yeah, and it still retains its shininess as it's dry.
And if you got the last set, congratulations.
Yeah. So.
Brilliant.
So when that's finished, all the relaxing thing to do as well, and handy for taking on holiday.
And if you want these pencils, remember, they featured in all of Jane's shows today. From Broinzeal, 36 of these pencils. Expression Colour, basically, is what it's called, but they're gorgeous quality, and they're a Dutch company, and they are £25.99 new today, if you like them. 862922. Now, let's quickly just remind you of all of the stamps you're getting from Woodware. This is brand new from Woodware. You've got a total of, we did work it out earlier on, 34 stamps?
34, I think it was,
yeah.
Yes.
34 stamps with a toad colour connection. Although, having said that, you've got lots of florals there as well. The character of the toad is absolutely adorable, and the big butterfly as well, which has got the flowers going on in the leaves, on the petals of the butterfly. So this is the entire collection. It is on FlexiBuy as well, so it's £27.98 today. If you're in the Freedom Club, that's it. That's all you pay today. No P&P for you. If you're not, then it's £2.95 P&P, and then the final payment in 4 weeks' time. That gets you the entire collection, OK? But if you want them in sets of 2, if you want the duo, then you can get them in sets of 2. Basically, they're in 2s here, 2s here, 2s here, 2s here, and 2s here. All of those are on the website, or the operator can help you as well if you are confused as to which one's which. I think the most popular one seems to be the toadstools at the moment. I'll quickly show you those again if you want to add those to your order. That's the trio of toadstools. And by the way, if I show you this one, this is what Jane did at 7 o'clock this morning, that card there. Oh, and that was what I was looking for. That was the black frame that I was looking for in that
yes,
card.
yes.
There we go.
Doesn't it make a difference?
It does, doesn't it? And the Stardust jelly roll pens, that's what Jane's coloured in the toadstools with, and also the stem. So you can see it's, although it's glitter, it's a very shimmery, it's not a coarse glitter, it's a very subtle shimmer and shine you get from that. And the glazed pens, obviously, are where you've got the kind of enamelling effect. So that's the trio of toadstools. And then the other one, which is the toadstool clump. Where's that gone? I had it here a minute ago. There's so many cards. Oh, here we are. There it is. So there's the toadstool clump. That's the second one in the set of 2. £11.99, so they're only £6 a set, which is really good value. They come on printed carrier sheets as well, so you can always see exactly what stamp is what, the effect that you're going to get. But it's original artwork by Jane. OK, back to Jane for more demos.
Right, OK, well, I'm going to swap those now. I could carry on doing that for a long time, and I'll just get completely lost and relaxed. Oh, I was going to show you, you know those circles I was doing earlier? Nearly lost them off the end of the table. I've got one more to show you, because it is nice to be able to do a little bit of practice if you're getting used to these. And for this one, I am going to put in on a darker colour first. I think we did do this earlier, didn't we?
You did this with Matt, I think, not me.
OK. Right, well, I'm going to put on the dark brown. In fact, that's probably not the brown I'd like to use. What colour is that one? It's always worth trying it out. No, I think it probably is that brown.
You get, what, 3 or 4 colours of brown?
Yeah,
5.
Yeah, it doesn't actually tell you that this is whatever it is. It's got a number on it. You've got a number on them. So you really need to try them before you... Actually, that's the one I want. It's a really, really dark brown. You get a number on them. It doesn't say what colour it is. So you need to make yourself a little chart, perhaps. Just do a few little coloured squares, and you can write down the number. And then you can easily remember them. This one I'm doing in this dark brown. I'm adding the shadow before I'm adding any lighter colour. This is just to show you how to get that lovely roundness to something, which is so important when you're trying to create a dimensional object. Such, you know, if you're colouring in a apple or a pear or a little animal or something like that, so you have to know where the shadows are. I don't think it matters so much that I've got a different shade of brown there. Right, there's my darker colour. Then I'm going to stick with that green as I've been using it most of the day, and I'm going to put the green over the brown. Now, when I colour with alcohol markers, I put the darker colour on first as well, and then I put the lighter colour on top. And this is a similar way of colouring in, because if you put the darker colour on first, when you put the lighter colour on top, it tends to blend in with the darker colour a lot easier than if it's the other way around.
Oh, right. That's a good tip. I didn't realise that.
So if you just don't press very hard, you can create a very, very soft finish. And again, my light source is coming from the top left-hand corner, and the darker areas underneath. And we'll just add that little bit more dark brown just down here again. Always go back over it. And there is a white in here as well, and you can use that to go over the whole lot. It won't show up so much on the white paper, but if you blend over the whole thing, it just changes it slightly and merges everything together, which is always quite nice.
It certainly looks very 3D now, doesn't it?
So it's quite three-dimensional. And if you add a little bit of shading underneath, I'll try it with a little bit of green. And then go back to your brown. Brown rather than black. It's a lot more forgiving than. And I'll cast a little shadow on the ground. So there's your shape. And where are the other ones I did this morning, just to show you? That was a really big one. That took ever for colouring in. So you've got a smooth white card here, And so you can see I've done lots and lots of circles, and then that one is coloured with 3 different colours, green, blue and a brown. This is on the watercolour card, which I did at 2 o'clock. And that's done with a cross-hatching technique where I just do lots and lots of lines. Again, you leave your light source. Use the paper as your light source. You don't need to do anything with it. And then that is done with the darker colour, the lighter colour on top, and then using the white pencil to go over the whole lot to merge everything together.
Excellent.
And this little shadow is also really quite nice to be able to put on there as well.
Well, you can certainly watch back the earlier shows that Jane did. She was with me at 7 o'clock, and then she was with Matt at 10 o'clock this morning as well. So those 2 shows are able to be watched back on Rewind if you want to see those demonstrations. And we'll carry on if we can with more in the way of demos here today. So remember, it's all about Woodware's brand new stamp collection, which Jane has developed and designed. It's 4 collections a year. This is the 4th and final collection, just in time for Christmas. A guaranteed pre-Christmas delivery as well, and it's all to do with toads. Totally Fun is what it's called. You've got 34 stamps for £55.95. That is on FlexiBuy as well, so you can have all 34 stamps today to wrap up and put under the tree for £27.98 your first FlexiBuy payment, plus the P&P, and £27.98 in 4 weeks' time. Now, the glitter jelly roll pens, we're going to be using those in the next demonstration. I showed you a card earlier on that, which I've put down now and can't find, that was done earlier on this morning. Here we go. This is using the fantastic Jelly Rolls Stardust pens. So that gives you that really fine glittery finish, but it's not coarse, it's completely smooth. The stems have been done in it, the tops of the toadstools have been done on it. This is the glaze pen, those red spots that you can see on the top of the toadstools. All of that glazed look is the glazed pen, which is sold out now. But the other ones with the sparkle, these are the Jelly Rolls.
Yeah, these are the Stardust.
Yep.
The Stardust pens. I've taken some out, obviously, to colour in, but they have just got a fantastic shimmer to them.
And they're made by Sakura, so you know they're going to be
they've got to be good.
Quality.
They've got to be good. Well, I've just pre-stamped some stuff. I've stamped it with VersaFine and clear powder, but I'm going to finish it off by just stamping the greeting on here. And this set comes with this little butterfly and the greeting, as all the sets have a greeting or an additional stamp that comes with them, so you could make an entire card. So I'm going to just stamp that onto there, and we'll just put some clear powder on top really quickly.
This is your kind of technique of choice when it comes to, rather than using black embossing powder, Jane loves to have the black VersaFine and then clear embossing powder over the top, don't you?
Yeah, I think it's really nice because I think it makes the image stand out so well. But as I did earlier, I didn't use an embossed outline for the one I did with the crayons just now. I just used the VersaFine on its own, and it worked just as well.
It's nice feeling that heat coming off the heat gun. It's been pretty cold in here, isn't it?
It's been really cold, but it's warming up now. I think they've all realised. It looks lovely and sunny outside, but actually it's pretty chilly.
Absolutely.
Right, so that's that finished off. So it's nice to have that greeting put on there. And what I've done there is I've stamped the stamp one way and I've turned it over and stamped the other way, and there's a little butterfly there. And I've stamped it extra as well. So I don't know if you can see that gorgeous shine that's on those pens, and because it's embossed, it resists the ink on top, because I'm going to use the water brush, which we have got in the show today. I haven't used them yet. I haven't had a chance to use them.
These are great, actually. They're the Koi water brushes. Again, they're part of the Sakura range. And the idea is that you obviously put water into the chamber, put the nib on the top, and then you've basically got a water brush. So rather than using a jar of water and a conventional brush, why not have the water in the pen? And you get 2 of them, I believe, a fine tip and a medium tip, for £14.99 for the 200238 is that item number. Right.
Okay, so I've got my pen, and again, it's a little bit like the glazed pens. You've got to don't press too hard, and you've got that little valve in there. This one doesn't come with any finishing little plastic at the end of it. When you get them, they're just as they are, just a nib. But I've used them before when I was colouring the toadstools in, but I didn't add any water. I just used them and left them and filled it in. But for this one, I'm going to actually show you that you can use them like a water paint.
Oh, right.
So I've put on a bit of colour, And to get that nice different shade, you've got my water brush, make sure it's a little bit wet. You don't want to get too much water on this. And I am working on watercolour card now.
Right.
Though you could do this on smooth card because you're actually only colouring on a small area. If you're doing it in a larger area, you really ought to have watercolour card. So you could see that that's
you could
blended.
do that with those pens.
Oh, this is probably one of my best techniques for using them. And even though it's such a small area, it makes such a difference. But you can put the colour on all your little areas. And again, if it does stop working, it's because it's probably got a little bit of grit or dust or something in the nib. Just scribble the pen on a separate piece of paper and that should clear it. But if you press hard, it won't work. It's got to be a light pressure.
Right. But what amazes me as well is that there's no texture to that. It is shimmering beautifully, but it's not gritty at all.
No, it isn't.
So
It's
fine.
really smooth. And these brushes are brilliant because the valve in them doesn't let too much water through.
Right.
And the tip is quite flexible. I think I've got the medium one on here at the moment. And I'm just literally using the tip. I find the medium one easy to control when I'm using the Sakura pens like this. Now we've got a little flower here. I thought I would just colour in a little bit down there. These are such tiny little areas to colour in, but it does look so effective.
Now, these Jelly Roll pens, they're going the same way as the glaze pens in that we're nearly out of stock on them. If you want them, order them now because we've only got 10% of the stock left. We're nearly limited stock, OK? So you get 12 pens, £20.69 is the freedom price for all of them. If I just show you the packaging, if I just open up the lid so you can see all the different colours that you're getting there, and every one of them has got this fantastic glittery finish. So that's just giving you an idea of the effect that these pens are going to create, which is what Jane's showing us. But if I just show you the pen tops, you can see all the colours that you're getting there. That looks almost luminescent, doesn't it? Oranges, pinks, purples, blues, greens, all 12 of those pens, just £22.99. Excellent.
And I have to say that these are probably best used on light coloured card, not so much on dark card, whites, creams, that sort of thing. They're great to write with, so if you're still doing your Christmas cards, they'd be great to write your message inside.
They would be, actually.
Because they're lovely and shiny.
OK, definitely limited stock now, officially limited stock. Less than 10% of the stock remains. £20.69 is your freedom price, including your delivery, and we will get them to you in time for Christmas. A really lovely, thoughtful gift for anyone who's arty, or maybe you just are looking for pens that are slightly different, that give you a different effect. Write your signature with them.
Yeah.
Sign your cards with them.
They are nice, and to use them as a watercolour pencil like this, like I'm using now, is gorgeous. It's just fantastic. Really delicate stamp, and nicely coloured in with those because it's not a bold colour. It's quite a soft colour.
And look at that technique that Jane loves so much. The fact that it's plain black ink, basically VersaFine, but because the clear embossing powder was put over the top, you've got that lovely shine to the black, which intensifies it. But then look at the sparkle you've got from the jelly pens. Really lovely, but it's not cheap. Sometimes sparkle can be a bit cheap and cheerful.
No, it's very classy
very
stuff.
Classy.
Yeah, no, it's lovely, and it doesn't flake off. It's always there. The colour is steadfast. Very good quality because it's Sakura. You know it's a good quality product. OK, well, let's have a look at the website again then, because we've got the woodware stamp sets there. Lots of you are going for the sets of 2 this hour as well, but the big selection is, of course, proving popular. One of my favourite things in the show, I must admit, are these micro beads. We'll show you those again in a minute, because if you want to make shaker cards, they are perfect for that. They're on the screen, or they were. I'm afraid the glaze pens have gone. We do still have the Stardust Jelly Roll pens, though, and these are the stamps that Jane has actually designed, and they're here in the flesh, and they're available. Obviously distributed by Creative Expressions. Woodware Now and Creative Expressions are kind of part of the same family. And you've got here a great selection, all with the toad theme. I say all with the toad theme. The toad is very much a part of it, but you've also got lovely floral stamps on here as well. And just look at all the different styles you've got. These flowers are beautiful. Let's start off
by showing them as a big bundle and then showing them to you as sets of 2 as well. So this first set, if you want this as a set of 2, these 2 come together. We're going to pop them up on the screen for you now. There we are, look. So that is your Totally Fantastic and Bold Blooms Tracy for £11.99. That one and that one together. Then the next set of 2 is this one and this one. Details coming for this one, and that's that big, circular, very impressive. That's Jackie's Garden, that wonderful selection of flowers and buds and petals. And then you've got the countryside stems just next to it as well. That's also got a birthday sentiment in there too. So those 2 together are £17.99 for those 2, because that's a much bigger stamp, obviously. Then down the bottom we go. My favourite, I think, is the Jar of Dreams. I love that. That's what you can make shaky cards out of, or it doesn't have to be a shaky card. So that's your Jar of Dreams, and the butterfly that's got that beautiful floral detail. That's £11.99 for those 2. Then next to that, Big Bunch and Mixed Stem is what this one's called. And that was one of the ones that Jane used in that last demonstration. That was that one just there. £11.99 the price for those 2. And then finally, is it finally? No, there's another one. Toadstool Clump and the 3 toadstools together for £11.99 as well. That is the last set of 2. That is still the most popular. Let me show you a few more cards with that on again. I'll show you the shaker card as well, because just in case you didn't see it being made earlier on, that's the Jar of Dreams. I do love that idea. And I saw Jane, as you probably did, do the background with the stamp that comes with the actual jar stamp. But inside there, all of those beads, they're little spherical balls, silver and gold, and also the micro glass beads are these. Now, if you've tried to do shaker cards with glitter, some of them are successful, but sometimes, annoyingly, the glitter can stick to the acetate because of static. This has got weight to it, not massively, but enough that it won't happen. So you can see here on this shaker card, you get the sound, and you also get the movement, but without any of the static issues. So that's mixing all those beads and the balls together. So if you want those, they're £16.99. Never seen them before until today. Brand new as far as I'm aware. But there we are. Big 300-gram large size of the micro beads. And then you get these tiny metallic micro beads as well in gold and also in silver. So that is £16.99, 967-275. Let's show you a few more finished cards. Let's show you the star of the hour, the character. There he is, Toad. You can put some googly eyes on him if you want to, make him lots of different colours. There we are. Looks like he's about to kind of leap off the card there, doesn't he? And you've got, here are the 3 toadstools again, which are beautiful. I showed you that shaker card a second ago. This is on the website in the 7 o'clock show if you want to watch Rewind to show the techniques that Jane used on that one. The biggest stamp is this one. Really lovely. Like that an awful lot. And again, you can do it in all sorts of different colours. I'll show you a totally different looking card. Same stamp, but in different colours. And this is another one. This has also been stamped with the black VersaFine, and then of course clear embossing powder put over the top, and it really brings every detail in that stamp to life, doesn't it? Really attractive, beautiful. One more, let's show you another one of the stamp sets that's in the show. This is using the Craftmaster grey pens earlier, various different shades of black and grey, making it very monochrome but very beautiful and stylish. So if you want the whole collection of the stamps today, it's £55.95, or if you'd rather, it's £27.98, your first flexi-buy payment. 570899 is your item number. Now, those Craftmaster pens I was talking about, these are the coloured ones. So here they are. These are double-ended, and I know Jane is a massive fan of these. £24.99. They are alcohol markers, a set of 12, and that's 513820 for £24.99. And then, we only have the warm grey. We only have the warm grey, so that's the ones we were talking about.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
So those are all those shades of grey that we were talking about earlier.
There's a basic set that's on the website that has colours in it.
OK.
Yeah.
But that's £22.49. That's your freedom price, and it's 513820. I never knew there were so many different shades.
Oh, I just think they're fantastic pens. I really do. Right, I've got another demo here using Distress ink and a bit of stamping. I haven't used these yet, but I wanted to show people that it's a great little set that's very versatile. And you can actually change the shape of these by just bending them slightly. And if I show you with this little fella in the middle, And of course you can either put them on individual blocks or you can arrange them on one block. But just because it's straight like that doesn't mean to say it has to stay like that. The first one I'm going to stamp is going to be straight. And I'm going to use my good old embossing powder. Oh, there it is up there now. Just take the lid off till I'm ready, because I'm going to stamp all three and then I'm going to put the powder on all together. So I'm just going to use the one stamp. So we'll just ink that up. And we're going to, because I have an idea of what I'm going to do in my head, I'm just going to go straight in there. I'm going to just give that a wipe because I'm going to pick it up now and bend it in the opposite direction.
Okay, it's going to make you look as if you've got loads of different stamps.
Exactly, yes, so that's got that versatility. I'll ink that up. And we're going to stamp him over here. Ah, missed a bit, never mind, no problem. You've got that black glaze pen, you can touch it up.
Absolutely, yeah.
Those lucky people who've got that. Oh, I forgot to move him around. So again, he's going that way, so now I want to do it the opposite way. So bend him that way. It must be nearing the end of my day, not stamping properly. So we're going to stamp him over there. That's a better impression.
Excellent.
And the greeting that's on here as well. As you can see, if you're quick, you can do all the stamping in one go. I don't know if you noticed me do that. I actually put the stamp upside down on there and then put the block on top. That way you know it's absolutely dead straight.
Ah,
so if you've got a long set of text stamps, text, you may well just get it on there slightly bent. So upside down and then put the block on top. Right, then put the greeting on there. Okay, so we'll put our clear powder on top of this.
I wonder how many people you've converted to doing this technique.
Don't know.
Because black ink, clear embossing powder over the top, rather than black embossing powder, and it does look really impressive. It intensifies the black, doesn't it? It makes it stand out more.
I love embossing. I mean, I can remember when the first time I started doing this, which was about 25 years ago, it was relatively newish, really, then. And we just had probably gold, silver, clear and white, and then we started getting all the different colours and what you can get now. But just always heat from one end and work your way across the card, watching it melt. And you can see it starts off quite cloudy, and as it melts it goes nice and shiny and really black. And you've got to make sure that it's all melted, because if you start colouring on top, obviously you're going to lose your powder's going to come off. But it acts as a good resist for this technique I'm going to show you. I've done a little bit of bleaching. Why won't you melt in the middle?
Stubborn.
It's just not going to melt.
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah, weird. There he goes. There he goes. A bit like me at 7 o'clock this morning.
Spot on your heat tool.
Is that possible?
I don't know.
Right, so we're going to go for, I'm going to give that just a minute to go hard, because sometimes when you've heated it, it can be just a little bit tacky to start off with. So you don't want to go straight in there with your ink. Just give it a minute or two to just go really hard. I'm using the Mermaid Lagoon, which is one of the set of distress inks that we've got here today.
Now, we've actually got some sets available. They're on the website as well, or we can put them on the screen for you, actually. Here they come. So we've got sets of 2. There's options. $13.99. Mermaid Lagoon, which is this one, and Barn Door, which is that lovely kind of rusty red. Dusty Concord and Fossilised Amber. And you've got Mowed Lawn and Brushed Corduroy. There we go. So they're all on the website if you want them.
I've got some samples there which I've stamped on just to give you the combinations that they're sold by.
Oh, right.
Some are stamped in black with... and some are stamped in white.
That's Barn Door and Mermaid Lagoon mixed together. This is Dusty Concord and Fossilised Amber. Like that, kind of vintage. Ground Espresso and Abandoned Coral. That's that one there. Brushed corduroy and mowed lawn, for obvious reasons. There we go, that's them. Fantastic.
Right, it's
That's
getting a
handy you
little bit
did
more.
that. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, it's nice to see. It's all very well looking at the lid, but it's nice to actually see what it looks like over a stamped image.
Definitely.
I'm just softening this edge now, just putting a little bit more on here so that the technique I'm going to do just makes it really jump out a little bit more. Right, finish that off around there. And again, I'm using my little bit of card so that I don't leave fingerprints behind on this ink, which is quite easily done. So just go around the edge, use up the rest of the ink that's on your applicator.
Now, the next set of pens to sell out are the Sakura Stardust Jelly Rolls. They've now sold out as well. They've joined the glazed pens. They've gone. So congratulations if you got the last set. We've got no more at the moment. So, yeah, that's it. No more Sakura pens in the show anyway.
Right, now I'm going to get my little pot of bleach out.
All right.
You must have seen this before. Yeah?
No, not. Is it actual what,
It's
household
actually
bleach?
household bleach. It's
No.
just a thin bleach, and I'm using an acrylic paintbrush. Don't use an expensive artist quality brush because it'll just melt, but you want the acrylic brush. And I'm going to paint inside the shapes. Again, this is why I've embossed it, because if I hadn't embossed it, the bleach would just bleach out the outline as well a little bit too. So this acts as a resist, and it develops slowly.
No, I've never seen this bleach demo before. So.
One of my favourite techniques. Now I've done it on a couple of samples. I'm very cross with myself for not stamping that correctly. I've got a few samples in. I mean, that's all been bleached out, as you can see in patches. So that's that same stamp I used for the Sakura Stardust pens, and put a little bit of bleach on there. It's such a simple finish.
So it turns a bit back to the original tone of the card? Or?
Exactly. It's going.
Right.
It's bleaching away the ink that you've put on top.
Wow.
But you can't actually see what you've done until it starts to activate. And I've spilt a bit of bleach there, so but I can go over that with a little bit of distress ink afterwards.
It doesn't look as if it's doing anything to start with.
And now look at it. Yes, it's just sometimes you have to put this on, then just sit back and watch it and wait and see. If you have to go back, if you've missed a few bits,
so
which I always do.
You've not had to dab it with some tissue or anything like that?
Just leave it. You can then, when it's dry, and it's got to be dry, you can then go over it and add some detail. You might want to do a little bit of drawing in there, a little bit of doodling. You might want to colour it in again with a different colour that looks better on a white background rather than on the blue. But I just love this technique because it's another nice way of using this stamp set. And when I did this, and I haven't quite finished this because I've got a little bit of splattering to do, when I did this I thought, you know, this looks like a Christmas card. So if I just changed the greeting and added a Christmas greeting, it would be perfect.
And also, because you did that embossing beforehand, it's acting like a wall, so it's stopping the bleach from going further than you want it to.
So you can go back and just touch up any bits.
What a great technique. I've never seen that before.
OK, it does smell a little bit, but it doesn't
I don't mind the smell of bleach.
It doesn't cost anything, really.
No.
You have to buy a great big bottle, and it's the thin bleach. It's not the thick bleach. It's the thin, cheap bleach that you can get. Okay, and we'll just
effective. So it's just basically eaten the colour.
Yeah, taken it away. You've just bleached it out. Just add a little bit of bleach in the stem as well. It just sometimes takes away. It takes a bit longer if you've got a thicker area of ink. And the more ink you put on, the more pronounced, obviously, the bleaching will be.
It's not affecting the embossing at all.
No. It doesn't affect that, but if I had stamped it and not embossed it, then it would probably turn the outline a little bit grey. And then to finish it off, get a little bit of bleach on your brush and just tap gently Don't get too enthusiastic with this because you don't want to get bleach everywhere. Just quite low down, just in control. Just do a little bit of blobbing. If you have too much bleach on here, and it is, I think it just comes with practice, you can get a great big blob.
Because it's shiny, you can see where you've gone.
I can see where I've gone, but sometimes I've got to sit back and go make yourself a cup of coffee, come back and see how it's progressing, because you don't want to put too much on here. I'm trying to get quite fine little dots, and eventually that will go white and look like a flurry of snow or something. Great for if you're doing snowman cards.
I had enough of that last week.
I've had enough of Christmas cards. I'm on to next summer now, spring and summer.
Yeah, we've had our snow for this year. Thank you very much. No more.
Yeah. Right, I think that's probably me done. A little bit more, to be a bit more enthusiastic, try and get some results here.
Have you got some bleach underneath the sink? Have a go this afternoon with this if you've got time.
Yeah. Just have a little play, because it is really, really good fun, but just do it gently and slowly.
You can see just how many small dots Jane's been able to do, and now it's almost appearing from nowhere. It's gone from a clear day to a snowy sky.
Snowy. So you could, if you change that greeting to a Christmas, it could be a Christmas card, and put some of those Stardust pens on top of it.
It's like magic. It's coming from nowhere.
And you need to wash your brush when you finish with water, and it'll be fine. I mean, I've been using this brush for about 20 years and it's still going.
Brilliant. OK, well, the website is where you'll find everything. No bleach on the website, though, but hopefully you've got that at home, or just go shopping for some today. They're not very expensive, the bottles that you're talking about, the thin bleach. But these are the brand new stamps that we launched this morning at 7 a.m. It's the new collection from Jane. Jane is the artist behind them. Woodware have 4 main collections from Jane a year. This is the 4th and final one for this year. January, Jane will be back with the next set to start 2018, which should be fantastic, I'm sure. This one's all about... Well, I'll say all about toads. There's a toad character, but the rest of them work so well with the main toad image as well. But the website's got everything that we've been using in the show, including, of course, those pencils, also those micro beads as well for shaker cards there as well. Now, this is the collection, and how long did it take you to do this whole lot?
Over sort of several months, really. I did the designs in the summertime.
Right.
And then you sit down and do all your tidying up. It does take quite a long time. I could be doing this 7 days a week, 365 days a year if I wanted to.
Wow.
But I do like it. I really enjoy doing it.
That comes across, absolutely. And when you see what you can do with these stamps, and again, the techniques as well have been just as impressive as the actual stamps themselves. This is the biggest stamp in the collection. It is absolutely beautiful. Again, what Jane has done is she's stamped with VersaFine, then put clear embossing powder over the top, so that gives you that black edge, that real crisp, dark black shiny edge, and then coloured it in with...
That's coloured in with Distress ink, very much like I've just done in my demo just now, and bleached out certain areas.
Beautiful. So all those white areas, that's bleach. Here we've got, of course, these toadstools. Now, they've been popular as a set of 2, actually, and if you do want to go for those as a set of 2, they're £11.99. They're on the bottom of the screen. But you've got the toadstool clump, which is that one, and then you've got the trio of toadstools as well together. There they are in these kind of... dark browns, but you can really do toadstools in any colour you choose, can't you? Here they are in red, with again the glazed pens which have sold out, sorry, but you can achieve a similar effect with things like glossy accents if you wanted to, on the spots on the top of the toadstools. Here we've got, oh, there's another one in a slightly more golden finish, which is beautiful.
You've got 2 there. These 2 are slightly different, although they're similar colours. That is completely flat, but that one I've got 3D.
Yeah.
One on your right hand has got 3-dimensional top to it, so it's just a little bit more interesting.
Now, the whole bundle, if you want the whole collection, it's approaching limited stock. It may well sell out just after the end of the hour. So we've got about 12 or 13% of the stock left, not quite 10%, but it's going very close to limited before we end the show. So this is 34 stamps, brand new from Jane today, and it's always nice to see the face behind the collection and meet the people that design all these things. In the shops, you don't get to do that, unless they're having a personal appearance or something, but it's nice to see the people that come up with the designs. And it's great that you've come all this way to do it for us.
Oh, I know, it's worth it.
And where do you get your inspiration for collections? Is it just things around you?
Just things I see. You see stuff in advertising, fashion, fabrics, Sometimes someone's wearing a nice top and I look at their pattern on it and think, well, that'll make a nice stamp. Let's do a little sketch and just, you know, make it your own.
And I love the toad. He's the star of the collection, really, isn't he? Have you got one of those in your garden or something? Is that
No, I haven't. I don't know why I've drawn him. I just think he's a nice shape. He's got lots of interesting features about him.
He's got a great facial expression as well. He looks a cheerful chap.
Yeah.
And then the flowers, well, they're just gorgeous. You can never have too many flowers. I do particularly like the dream jar, or the jar of dreams. Maybe people are thinking, oh, that's something I could do. I mean, you know, the stamp dream that's been used to make that background, you could actually put that, or you've actually had that in the centre of the jar, which is lovely. And we all need, you know...
we all need a jar of dreams.
Absolutely. And there it is, a shaker card, using those micro beads, remember, which are in the show today. And these are the sort of things that you probably would struggle normally to find. You know, if you don't necessarily like the effect you get with glitter in shaker cards, then something like this is going to go a long way to achieve what you're after, because they are tiny, tiny, tiny. Let me see if I open up one of these.
It's got a little cellophane top on that, which is really handy because they're quite static.
Yeah.
And they're minuscule.
Look how tiny they are. They are the tiniest, tiniest beads. And they behave almost like liquid.
Oh.
But because they've got the weight
everywhere.
to them, they're not going to stick to the acetate because you've got the weight in there. So you get a pot of the gold, you get a pot of the silver, and you also get a huge pot of these glass beads, these clear micro glass beads, 300 grams.
Oh, you know, it's got a cellophane top to it. Yeah, you can't open it.
I was thinking I was a right wimp then. I couldn't undo
no,
the top.
I did exactly the same as you. It has got some sticky stuff around it, so when you get it, you've got to take that off first. I can open mine if you want to have a look at the sign.
We're nearly out of time, but you get the idea. There we are, $16.99 for those. A little of those goes a long, long way. Yeah, and everything else that you need, including, of course, the fantastic pencils that were in the show, you'll find those on the website as well if you would like to have a little look at Hochanda.com. Safe journey back, Jane.
Thank you.
Happy Christmas.
And to you too. Hope you have a nice time.
Thank you, you too. You're not back until January, yeah?
January the 4th, I think I'm back.
Oh, great, with the new collection.
No, not the new collection, some older stamps.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward to the next release when that comes out, probably February. I'll be here.
Okay, great. Good to see you. Thank you for watching. Matt's on the way next. I'll see you a bit later on as we continue Monday here at Hochanda. So yes, it's the big save on at the moment with Craft Yourself Silly. Matt will be here with Hayley in a second. Then I'll be back with the lovely Dawn Bibby and Craft Buddy, a crystal art gallery for you. That's coming up at 4. And then Colour with Spectrum Noir, the one-day special, a bit later.
Hi, I'm Bev, I'm from Be Crafty. We have been going for about 14 years, and 4 years ago we started designing and making our very own stamps just for you. All of our stamps are designed and made here at Be Crafty by my own fair hands, and we love using them for lots of different crafty projects. I love playing with our stamps and templates and getting as inky as I can, whether it's spraying or blending ink or stamping ink, paints, everything. We absolutely love it, and that's what we want to show you when we come to Hochanda, because we get to demo as much as we like, which is fantastic, so I can show you all the techniques that I'm learning too. So make sure you don't miss the Be Crafty shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Jenny Mays from Hobby Art. Hobby Art's a family-run company, and we've been designing and manufacturing stamps for over 28 years now. We have an extensive range of clear and rubber stamps, and we're proud that they're all manufactured in Britain. Whatever your style, there's always something that will interest you with Hobby Art stamps. Crafting is my passion, and I love teaching. I love sharing my ideas with other people. This is why I enjoy being part of the Hochanda family, because I have the time to share my ideas, maybe open a door for somebody and give them the confidence to start stamping. So make sure you join me, Jenny Mays, on Hochanda.
Yeah, it's really nice to see you. Crafting yourself silly with Hayley Smith coming in. I didn't know you were going to be here that soon, Hayley. I had a feeling I'd be here on my own for at least a few minutes. But Hayley, busy setting up over the other side of the set because we wanted to squeeze as much as we could onto the show live for you, because it is a lot of it, if not all, end of line, last chance. And there are some very, very, very popular fabrics here and some big savings to be had. The big save up to and over 50% off on selected items. Have a look at the full website for terms and conditions on Hochanda.com. But yes, some very busy show earlier on, Hayley.
We did.
Busy.
So we had mostly the fabrics on the earlier show.
Yes.
We're going to go through some of these and just give you some quick updates, because I know that these do go a bit fast and furious, these shows.
Yeah.
And then we've got some kits and things which are end of line for us that we won't be seeing anymore. So we're going to go through those, and there's some great savings on those.
Jewellery making and stuff as well. So definitely well worth a look. Hochanda.com. That's home of crafts, hobbies and arts. It's lovely to have your company. One of the most popular fabrics earlier on when we met, Hayley. This wonderful, wonderful. Was it the glitter wave?
Glitter wave fabric in the pink here. So what we've got is a metre in the printed fabric, and then plus you're getting half a metre in that plain cerise to kind of coordinate with it, maybe use as a lining, etc.
Yeah, okay.
So this is the first one.
Yeah, it's $1.5 meters in total for a brilliant price. It's $9.99 plus delivery. Do you know, I'm seeing a really funky cushion with that. No problem.
It catches the light so beautifully, because there's a lot of silver in there, but it's not a really kind of brash, harsh silver. It's got a really lovely soft quality to it. Yeah, 60% of the stock already gone on this set. $1.5 meters worth of beautiful cotton in that soft cotton poplin for brilliant $9.99 plus delivery. 474-148. 60% of the stock gone already. Go for it. And then I love the dimension on this one, didn't we? This is the kind of the retro geometric one. Great for if you're doing a plique for dinosaurs, lizards, anything like that, and even brickwork if you use it kind of straight on. Yeah. There's only the brown option here. I was supposed to have brown and green, ran out of that. Yeah, green's gone. So we've only got the brown here, and I think, if I did checking right...
Is it limited? Is it not limited stock, is it? It is limited stock, so go for it as soon as you can. There's kind of smocked effect as well. It's kind of a geometric pattern there.
But with that already printed on, you could smock it if you wanted to, if that was your thing. Because it's already printed on as squares, that's going to save you a load of time with measuring out.
Yeah, or bubble quilt strips, just every other one. Just pipe it, just every occasional one to make them little buttons. 687884 is your item number. You do get $1.5 meters worth of fabric. You get half a metre of this.
And half a metre of your bonus plain.
Nice that you chose a nice chocolate brown for the bonus one. $9.99 plus delivery. Go for it quick. It's going to sell out. And then you've got the country cottage.
Yes, this is the country cottage one. So you've got the large. We've teamed larger and smaller with these. It's $0.5 metre of each. So it's $0.5 metre in the plant pot, what we would call the blender one for this, and then $0.5 metre in that coordinating one with the larger print of the cottages on there as well. So, you know, put one of our plain fabric bundles, maybe the green, the pink or the blue with this, and you've got quite a large project. There's $1.5 meters in those plain bundles, and then there's another kind of metre here. So that's 2.5 metres. That's a fairly big project with just, you know, for £20.
That's amazing, actually, because the $1.5 meter bundles of poplins are $9.99, aren't they?
Yeah, they are $9.99, so you'd get... there's loads of different ones on the website. Go and have a look. There's lots of different colourways.
Yeah. Half the stock on these already, so a lot of people seeing their projects there, maybe cutting into a mixed media with a fussy cutting around or a cushion panel there. That is going to work really, really well. $9.99 plus delivery, saving £5. That's the country cottage, and you get both of those, $0.5 meter of each. But then the Art Nouveau option, same item number.
Beautiful. This one, and as you suggested earlier, fabulous for fussy cutting because you can take different elements out. Like just take that element out and perhaps put it on a bag, and with the fact you're getting kind of $0.5 meter in this one, and then $0.5 meter of that one, which goes beautifully because it's got that really soft kind of matching background colour, but it also picks out a lot of those lighter greens, a lot of the yellows, a lot of the soft pinks in there. If there's a bit more in there, there's a little bit of soft pink in there as well. So they were from two completely different collections, but as soon as I saw them, for me, they had to go
They're made together. They are made to go together. They're beautiful. And you can see that as well, because these are going fast too. Half the stock gone on these also. 75% of the stock. 3/4, apologies. I remembered that one wrong. So 3/4 of the stock already gone here. 344,963. Half of the country cottage.
And 3/4 on this one.
Okay, so going very, very fast. And then ombre with the hand dyeing.
This is a really special because it's actually put on a shot cotton in the first instance. Shot cotton means one colour goes on the warp, one colour goes on the weft, so you get that kind of purple effect, but rather than being a solid dyed purple, it is half of the threads are blue, half of the threads are red. And then they've gone kind of a step further with this one, and it graduates from a kind of well, you can see at the top here, pink, then down to a green, and then a bit further down towards a slightly darker purple, back into that pink, and then back into the green again. So really kind of unusual. It has that kind of batik quality,
yes.
which means it would match with an awful lot of things. You can get an awful lot of colour matches out of that.
You were thinking stripes on really some quite funky trousers earlier on as well.
Yes, that's we were just showing before earlier that this is the way that the stripe runs. So the longer the run you get, the more stripes you'll get effectively. So if you were going to make it into a skirt or trousers or even a blind, I think a blind would be quite nice out of this as well.
Yeah, would you back it with a bit of something you'd...
I mean, it's fairly heavyweight in the first instance, but in the interest of if you were making, say, a Roman blind with it and you wanted it to keep the light out, then yes, a heavyweight calico would be perfect on the back of it.
Yeah, lovely stuff. So it is a whole meter's worth. If you're ordering more than 1 metre of any of the fabrics you've seen already, or more than the allotted half metre, you will get it as a continuous run, so it'll be cut off the roll. And that's the purple.
This is the pink on the top here, and I think we've got about 60% gone.
60% gone on the pink already.
Wow,
oh, my goodness.
And then we've got the purple as well. Much, much darker. It's kind of taking through purples, greens, really, really... just a nice... It's a different option, and that's what we like to bring you, something different.
Yeah, I mean, look, you've got your slightly darker purple, pinky purples there. Here, it's going way more into the aubergines and
they would work together, because if I move that one down slightly, you can see that they kind of run quite nicely together as well. Yeah,
you can match up the tones really nicely there. Lovely emerald greens in this purple option.
Yeah.
So you've got purple, and then the pink was the first one that we saw.
Yes.
And they are hand-dyed, £5 off, and you're getting a full meter's worth, depending on which one you're choosing, of course. It's just £9.99 for the metre. Next is the soft brush cotton. Do you want to make a soft pair of trousers, soft pair of PJs, a soft finish cushion?
This is pyjamas, it's cushions, it's soft toys. It is a beautifully soft cotton, and it is cotton, so you can just work with it the way you normally would with any of your normal cottons. It's really, really easy to stitch, really, really easy to work with, and really, really nice to do soft toys with as well, because it doesn't fray too badly, so you can cut quite accurately for making soft toys and things as well.
A doggy or a teddy or a cat in that is just going to look so, so good.
Perfect for pyjamas, perfect for cushions and things, because it's got that little bit more warmth than a normal cotton, because the normal cotton to the touch is quite cold. This, because it's brushed, keeps the air in, and it feels quite warm and snuggly, this one.
Do you know what? Elasticated tops, soft trousers... when you get home.
Just a whole set. I mean, they are a fantastic first project, actually, if you're thinking of doing kind of pyjamas and things. You haven't really done any dressmaking.
Yeah.
Those kind of loose-style pyjama bottoms are a fantastic... Not quite as bad as that. Just, you know, normal... just normal, straight up and down pyjamas. Really nice, easy first project. Really perfectly easy first project to do.
Not like culottes, sort of flappy trousers, but like, you know, a little bit more. Not drain pipes,
but somewhere in between. As with all of these... sorry, I'm just going straight over the top of there. We cut all of these to order. So you put your order in. If it's multiple metres, if it's 2s, 3s, it will come as one continuous piece. We cut it as they come in. We cut everything off the roll. It's
wonderful. That was... we'll give you the update later on, but that was a brilliant, brilliant first choice earlier on. That was one of the most popular choices. And then Lottie, our producer, she doesn't know what for, but she needs this one in her life. So if you feel the same way as Lottie, our producer, grab it today. It's just $9.99.
What we were suggesting
pink and navy
earlier
check.
as well is things like little gilets. It's lovely for the inside because again it's nice and warm. It holds the heat because it's got that not that flat finish, that brushed finish to it. So for the inside or for the outside. Maybe on the outside you perhaps want something more waterproof. Maybe. But if you just want something decorative, then perfect for that.
Or a poncho, as we said earlier on, because you can get 2 metres or 3 metres. So that's triangular poncho. Oh, you're well away.
Dead easy.
And you pay good money for one of them as well, like £40, £50 and upwards in the department stores. So, yeah, make it yourself. You've got the 4 different options.
Touching it, though, because it's so hard.
I mean, seriously, for very soft cushions and for cuddly toys and for ponchos and gilets, this is well away. $9.99 plus delivery gets you a whole metre worth of it. Get 2 or 3 metres, it will be cut as a continuous piece. This one is the red and navy now, and then the navy and the white
so
is this one.
This is your pink, and just to clarify the colours again, this one is the grey and pink check.
That's
this
pink
is
navy.
pink navy. This one is the red and white.
Red and white,
And then that's the navy white.
Yeah, because it's looking at the grid there, isn't it? The red and white grid on the navy background. So, yeah, red and white, navy
This is kind of quite traditional. I mean, even shirts, even, you know, like the checked kind of style lumberjack shirts, perfect for this.
Love it. And definitely do some quilting if you're making one of those lumberjack styles, style jacket stroke shirt.
It has got enough weight to it to make a skirt. Obviously, you would have to line it.
Look at it go.
Because with the brushed cotton,
Beautiful.
it would be quite clingy, so you would have to line it, but it would make a lovely skirt as well, that.
We love it. We're big fans of this, and so are you. It's going fast. 100918 is your item number there, and it's just £9.99, saving £3 on a very special price. So that was brushed cotton. Now onto the brocades.
Yeah, these are absolutely beautiful. Really silky. Fantastic for a lot of different projects. I think people get scared initially because they are quite shiny, slippy fabrics, but there's no stretch in them. So realistically, they're not that much more difficult to sew than other ones. What I would recommend doing is putting a foot on your machine that is designed for slippy fabrics. If you haven't got one, you will manage with your normal foot. Don't need to worry about it. But rather than pins, use clips to hold your pieces together, because pin through your seam allowance. Because with these shiny fabrics, sometimes they do tend to click if your pins aren't brand spanking new and really sharp.
Okay, we've got things like clips on the website. Have a look for those little quilting clips.
So what we've got is they're all under one item number, but you've got 4 choices. First 2 are of this fabric here, which is the blossom print. Well, it's not a print, it's a brocade. Brocade means that it's a woven fabric, and the design on the top almost feels embossed on the top.
Because it's woven in one way.
Is your red.
Yeah.
And it looks a little pink on our monitor, but it is a kind of bright
scarlet.
Yeah, it's a proper bright red. And then we've got this one here, which is the beautiful silver, really subtle.
It's so expensive. So
those 2 are the blossom options, and then we've got the blossom and leaf option. So this one here again is the silver, and you can see they work beautifully together because you've got the same kind of patterns running through. And then this is your bronze option.
Yeah, very popular earlier on. They've all been absolute showstoppers here, but the bronze option is way out there currently as the leader. They're all such popular fabrics in their own way, though. The gorgeous colours coming through that bronze. Look at the greeny golds coming in there.
As we said, these are fantastic for pyjamas, for your interior design project. I mean, this will go quite a long way because it's such a stunning pattern, just as a cushion. Or maybe a bit larger piece and go for maybe a headboard in it. You could do chairs in it, because it is quite a strong fabric. What I would recommend, though, with any of these shiny type fabrics, is to spray it with something that would protect it from water. Because especially with the lighter ones, if you drop water on it, it does tend to just put a little kind of ring on. So I would recommend to treat it if you're going to use it with kind of dining chairs and anywhere where food or drink may be spilled.
Okay, understood, Hayley. I mean, they are stunners in their own way. Yes, they'd be wonderful with fashion projects, but home decor
jackets,
all the way.
And I mean, you could have that on either side of a jacket. It's got enough weight to it with a bit of a stabiliser. You'd be able to put that on the outer piece of a jacket if you wanted, or use it as a lining as well. Just have quite a plain jacket with an amazing lining.
Yeah, imagine. So you've got your 4 choices here on the leaf and blossom, or blossom in the red or the silver. The thing is, they're under the same item number, so if you're ordering more than one and you're ordering more than 1 metre of each one, it will come as a single piece, and you can mix and match and get them working with each other.
Say you wanted those 2 silver ones together, you could do that, and it'd be 1 P&P.
Lovely stuff. 941654 is your item number, and this is £12.99 plus delivery, saving £3 per metre. Next up is a bundle. This is a project in itself, isn't it, Hayley, when we looked at it earlier?
When I looked at these, I just couldn't separate them into separate ones. I just think they looked so lovely as a bundle. And we were working out before, if you were making, say, 4 diary covers, then you would make 15 out of this bundle. If you're making A5s, that would be 30. So as a make to sell, that is kind of insane value.
Yeah, really good value.
Everything coordinates beautifully together. It uses the same 4 or 5 colours throughout, and you've got elements within each that match up with the next one. So those leaf shapes on here work into here. Those kind of almost dandelion flowers work into the one here at the bottom. I'll just move that one up a bit. It's probably a bit easier to see. There you go. If I move them like
Oh,
that...
yeah, now they're all in, yeah.
Now you can see them all in the same shot, and you can see kind of how those colours reflect and how they pick up on each other and how well they work together.
Yes, you've got your blues there. You've got that
yellows.
sort of dusky purple there,
And then not your kind of, you know,
there.
really ditzy, florally, classic colours. They're quite kind of modern and a bit more fun.
The bigger imagery, isn't it, as well? So
Yes.
it depends what fabric it is for what job. I mean, they're really nice fabrics. These, I'm not surprised you've been loving them as well. £22.99 when you work that out plus delivery. And if you're not, if you're with Freedom, you're not paying delivery at all. So that's saving £7. £22.99 for all 5. That's 2.5 metres worth for £22.99.
It's a project in itself, that one. It's kind of ready to go as a project bundle. But as we said earlier, look at those plain poplins that we've got on there.
Yeah.
Add a few of those in. Make it go even further.
Yeah, absolutely. And next, I remember this when we first saw it, Hayley, and I loved it, the clover design.
I know.
Yeah.
This is a lawn. It's a lighter weight fabric. But if you're going to use it for patchwork and things like that, it is absolutely fine. It's just got a much lighter, softer feel to it. Brilliant for dressmaking projects because it drapes so beautifully, but also fantastic for smaller projects. Now, these work really, really well with the... you just get one in a 1-inch hexagon. Better with a 1.5 or a 2-inch because you just get a little bit more interest within there. Yeah. And these are 2 metre pieces that we've got on the show today.
2 metres worth. 2 metres worth for £9.99. We've not even seen it live on air yet. Not even seen it today.
No, we
already
haven't done this
approaching
one
a
yet.
third gone. We didn't see it this morning, and we've only just seen it now. It's a half-price offer. 2 metres worth for £19.99 is amazing, but it's not that today. It's £10 off. 639-085. It does not make sense, but go for it as soon as you can.
And it's got that
and you
beautiful
get that
gilding on there as well, which really, really makes it pop.
It's lovely,
It's
that.
quite a classic fabric, I think, this one.
For sure. It's got, yeah, definitely. It's got a real
Close
sort of
up.
Regency to it, hasn't it? So it's great feel to
Giant
it.
matte fingers.
Love it, yeah. Boom.
It's
So, yeah,
just trying to sneak the fingers.
639-085 to order now. And then the teardrop. I remember when they were both on the show first, they were equally as popular as each other. We could barely
No,
choose.
just go, stop it! Stop it!
But the gold, the gilding here as well. Let's keep going here. Let's keep going. But the gilding here, Hayley.
Yeah, what about the gilding, Matt?
Just to bring it back to the
Just
the
what?
design.
Rein it back in? Finger,
Yeah,
finger,
definitely.
Finger.
Oh my gosh,
Finger.
you've usually stopped by now. Like, yeah, you're still going.
Okay, no, it doesn't get old. So, again, this one, 2 metre fleece in that lawn, really, really beautiful fabric. Just really fantastic floaty effect to it as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because it is such a lovely, delicate fabric as well.
I know I'm jumping
to be able
about
to,
a little bit.
To be able to jump ahead seasons-wise, to make something spring-like, summer-like, it's got that floatiness to it. I think that's
I
definitely...
know I'm
as a
jumping
cotton
about a
lawn
little
works.
bit, but these lawns, there is another thing on the show, and these lawns work really, really well
check
with
these
them
out.
because we've got the collars
Yeah.
and things as well. Oh, that one's falling off.
Here we go. Which way
There you
round
go.
were
We've
these
stapled them
originally?
onto
There
the
we
thing.
go. There we
you
go.
So these work fantastically. Even if you've just got a plain black T-shirt, this can just be stitched on. I would probably recommend either a zipper foot or a beading foot to pop these on, because if you had a zipper foot, you could get just along that edge there. You could also hand stitch them on, but on a plain black T-shirt, these just add a really nice piece of interest. This piece obviously is for the collar, and then you've got 2 additional pieces here, which you could either put around the top of sleeves, or you could put them on as cuffs on the end. And you get 3 in the bundle, and I think it is... There you go.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
$9.99.
$9.99. Yeah, yeah.
So that's 3.
absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you use the collars on one tops and then the cuffs on something else,
You project lots of
that's
projects
6
coming in.
tops.
Yeah. So
That's
you've got-
6 tops, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah,
And
definitely
especially if
spread
you're
it
kind of
around.
coming up to Christmas and New Year's Eve.
Yeah, with mates yourselves,
Things like
mates
that.
give as well.
Yeah,
so
of course you can.
£9.99 plus delivery for 6 potential different projects or tops.
But they don't necessarily need to be put onto clothing. You could use them onto bags, onto cushions, onto those kind of things as well. So you can have quite a lot of... I mean, these bits especially, I think, lend themselves to kind of cushions and bags and things
so
like
for a
that.
little bit of a trimming
Especially
or next to a
that
zip
one.
or something.
Just either side of a zip
Yeah.
to have those. So say it was bent like that and you had them either side of a zip.
Yeah.
Same with these ones. Either side of a zip on a purse or a bag would look really cute.
Yeah, play with them. I mean, you could even chop into one of these and have it next to the clasp.
Of course you could. You take them off as individual.
You
You could take them off as individual items. You can do an awful lot of kind of playing around with them. I'll put them under there.
Lovely stuff. So you get all of those. You get all in together. So those three boards with everything that you saw on them. All of them for £9.99 plus delivery, and it's 956488, just the item number just up there.
And then one we forgot, because I got distracted.
Oh, yeah,
and I wandered off, but
this is another lawn, isn't it?
Yes, another lawn. This is a poppies. This one, again, fits really well with those 2-inch hexagons, if that's what you're going to use it with. Otherwise, really nice and floaty, so fabulous for kind of dressmaking, those kind of caftan things, things like that.
Yeah. Anything breezy, you know, you've got the cotton lawns are perfect for it. So that's the poppy option there for 843796 is your item number. And again, that's 2 metres worth for £9.99 plus delivery. They are going fast. We know that was about a third gone already, and we've not even looked at it. So yeah, they are going very, very quickly.
Now we're on to poplins. These are metre pieces, and these are your florals. These are so cute. They've got that really kind of William Morris, quite vintage-inspired look to them, but work really, really well with lots of different colours. What we've got here is we've got the option of either green or pink. Now, I think the green one really gives that kind of William Morris feel to it. And you can use these with so many other colours. There are blues in there, there are yellows in there, pinks, reds, a load of greens. So the half-metre bundles that we have work really, really well with these as well, because you can use so many of them. And
there is a choice here. You've got the pink or the green, and then really it's about getting both of them, though. If you love one, it's very difficult not to get the other, and if you are doing that, it's £19.98 plus 1 delivery charge if you're not with Freedom, or £19.98 plus no delivery charges, because you don't pay anything for standard delivery once you've joined Freedom. It's green or pink on here. They've both been very, very popular today. 138434. Congratulations if you've already got yours. And if you are looking on the website, you'll see loads more than we've been able to mention on our live show so far. But there's lots and lots more to choose from, potentially. And then there's a very subtle difference between these two, isn't there, for the colours? If you're trying to work out which one's which on the website with choices and colours, Hayley, you can explain more to us now.
Background colour is cream. We've put cream with blue spots on this one, and then this other one is cream and lavender. We've said this one is.
That's it, because you've got the lavender, the lavender spots.
And then you've got on this one, you've got khaki and blue. Now they both have a lot of the same colours within them. So what you'll find is those teal spots will match up. And then the blue spots will match up, and the lavender spots will match up, and the yellow spots will match up. So you can work these two together. Now, either or of these will both come with half a metre of the blue poplin. Yeah, we put blue with them both, so you can work them all together.
Definitely have a look at the website for the different options, including the different poplins too. We'll just pop the details on for you for the spots fabric.
Sorry, I was
just
away.
in case you missed
it. Folding it all up.
There it is, the 1 metre worth of 100% cotton spots, and it's £3 off, making it £9.99 for a whole metre's worth. Actually, it's 1.5 metres because you get that half metre of the poplin.
It's a metre of the patterns in these with half a metre in the plain.
So we're underselling ourselves there.
Brilliantly together.
It's 1.5 metres.
And especially because it's the same blue that comes with both.
Yes.
So that would be, if you got both of them, that would be 3 metres of fabric. And again, it's an instant project at that.
3 metres of fabric for £19.98 plus delivery. Most popular is the khaki and the blue over here, this side. So that's boom and boom. That's 1.5 metres there. Over a quarter gone already on that option. Just there for you. 936763 to order right now. Lots and lots more on the website as well that we haven't got time to mention, including the jewellery kits.
We're going to head there in a minute. We've got some more of the brocades on there. We've got super sparkly.
Look at this.
Now, if you get confused on the website, this one is actually photographed that way on the website, but for me, that's my preferred way for it, because I think you get more. Yeah, that would be the back for me.
You get more shading and detail.
More detail in there, and again, it's got those beautiful bits of kind of sparkle running through there as well.
That should be so much more expensive, but it's
not. It should be.
Really,
I mean, we explained this earlier. This type of fabric is usually £40 to £50 a metre. Now, maybe you've got a set of 4 or 6 dining chairs that you want to cover. This, plus, you know, a little bit of time and effort, would be £20 to recover 6 chairs. If you took that same project to an upholsterer, then they would charge you £20 per chair, so it's £120, plus the fabric.
160 odd, yeah.
Yeah, so you're looking at £160, £170, and you can do it, you know, full set dining chairs for £20.
Very, very,
bit of
very
your
nice.
time.
And nice and hard weight, and they'll look beautiful. You'll be able to get all the comments on them as well. Definitely on Hochanda.com, you'll see these and more. There's the lovely organza collars that we saw in the sleeve trims as well. You saw them just a few moments ago. We've got felting kits on the pick and mix for £9.99. You've got the patchwork templates as well. You've got the ombre fabric that we just looked at live, saving £5. You've got some of the different fabrics that may be about to sell out. We don't know. But ordering early doors is definitely the best advice, especially on Hayley's Big Save show today. With the Big Save, you are looking at anything up to and over 50% off on the Big Save items, various different Big Save items on this show and also on other shows through the event until the 2nd of January. It's the Big Save going on until early January 2018. Yeah, you've got the batting and then you've got the wadding as well as the calico with good reviews on that website there. So definitely log on and have a look. That's on
hate those pictures.
Hochanda.com.
Sorry.
You don't like the pictures?
I wasn't on my box. You might have to. Do you want to lunge? Do you want to lunge on the box?
Hang on a minute. I'll do that.
You come on the box. Just come put it on the box.
Go on.
Fine.
Go on. Ready? That's the batting and that's the wadding.
Yeah,
do you want to show these?
Yeah, we'll do it quickly.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Right.
I'll do it just round the corner, so don't knock those over.
Yes.
Okay, batting, thinner, and brilliant. If you double it over, you can see how stiff it is. There you go. Nice and stiff, which means that if you're looking for projects like purses and bags and things, and you're looking for that bit of rigidity to hold its shape, if you double this over, it's brilliant, because we're one of the only people who bring you a batting, which is usually the kind of fleecy-ish side, but ours is foam-backed, so it's got that extra little bit of rigidity in it. So that one's fantastic. And then we've got the wadding. The wadding is a hollow fibre, so you can see there, it's, if I do that, there you go, you can see it's great for warmth, this one, because obviously it traps a lot more air, and it's great if you're wanting those projects where the quilting that you're going to do has got more definition in a way, because you can get more kind of different heights and things in it. Yeah. But however, some people do struggle with that in a machine because they maybe haven't got the travel on the foot to get it under there in the first place. So that's when again you would go back to the batting, put it on the floor.
Oh no, okay.
I put it on the floor.
Maybe on the sofa.
On the sofa.
Yeah.
On the sofa.
Thank you. It's £9.99 for 2 metres, depending on which one you want. It's not even my batting or wadding, but I'll just like get precious as yours as well. Just please, yeah. So yeah, 2 metres worth, whichever one you're going for, the batting or the wadding. It's £9.99 plus delivery, different item numbers for them. Wadding's down at the bottom, batting's over on the left-hand side.
Didn't even have a chance to get these out of the bag. Didn't have a chance to get these out of the bag. There we go.
No, you didn't. You've been busy between shows, haven't you there, Hayley?
I was busy eating lunch.
Hello. Is the...
Hiya.
It doesn't take much, does it?
It's just randoms, just DB sticking his head around the corner.
Oh, was it Dave Bradford, was it?
Yeah, it was a bit of DB,
Emily.
and then a bit of Peps, and a bit of Big Boss director Christine.
Big Boss director Christine. You've got... I love the packaging on these. They're so giftable as well, the chainmail jewellery kits. These
are fantastic little kits. There's something that we had on earlier in the year, and because we kind of specialise in fabric, it's one that I'm not actually continuing. So we've got some absolutely amazing savings on these. They are almost 50% off. Right. So these ones are the... Oh, hang on, you want the sweet pea ones, which are on the side. Bear with.
Bubblegum and honey.
No, these ones at the top.
On the top row,
There you go.
Top to bottom.
Okay.
Top to bottom,
they're the sweet pea ones, so you can see that they kind of make little individual baubles with the links. They're all done with chainmail, so they are all just little links joined together. So all you would need in addition to these are a couple of sets of pliers.
Okay.
That's all you would need.
Have a look on our website for the jewellery tools, because once you've bought and invested in those, you're way away. But
these are so giftable in this packaging. They just look amazing. Now, everything's in there that you, apart from, as I said, the tools themselves, the pliers, everything's in there. So all of your jump rings are in there, your clasps, your full step-by-step instructions, your work mat as well. It says on the back there, though, tools required, not included. pliers. That's it. That's the only thing that you need. So
everything else is in there already. So if you're gifting these, just grab a couple of sets of pliers or something. But you've got bubblegum or honey as your choice. You're holding the pink one, bubblegum.
That's bubblegum, and then that one's your honey one.
Yeah, and it's just a different colourway there. Easy to make as well, would you say? Confident beginner could do those, or an intermediate style?
I would say these are an intermediate. Okay. It does say on the back of the packaging there, it does give you an indication of the difficulty. Let me just turn that properly around for you.
See there, intermediate.
There you go.
The next two are beginner.
Yeah, and the rest that we've got are beginners, so we've started with the slightly more complex one.
510296, and it's a practically half-price offer, £12 off, leaving £12.99 plus delivery to pay. Don't even bother thinking about delivery costs if you've already joined Freedom, though. So that was the bubblegum and also the honey options.
They were
the
sweet pea design.
This is Byzantine.
Oh, this one is. Right, hang on.
Yay, there you go.
There we go. All
Top
set.
to bottom.
All set. Right, this is the Byzantine one, and then that's in the lapis blue, and then you've got the bubblegum option as well. And you can see the colours linked into those silver ones there. And again, everything's included. Your jump rings, your lobster clasps as well, step-by-step instructions, and the work mat to work it on. All you're going to need is pliers.
You're making two really nice gifts there, or you're gifting two very lovely kits. Either way, it's £12 off, and it's 961658. Great for beginners, particularly beginners on these. It will say on the back of the packaging. Last two that we looked at were for intermediate.
And
these
just,
are beginner.
I think it's important to say as well, the bracelet size that it makes is 8.5 inches.
Oh, yeah, very good point. Very good point.
You can make sure that it's going to be big enough.
Yeah, you get brilliant instructions.
Last one that we've got on the bottom there, they are your shaggy loops ones. Now, these make not just a bracelet, but these make earrings as well. So you're getting a full set here. And we've got Girls Just Want to Have Fun, which is the kind of multicoloured, brighter one. And then along the bottom of the screen, we've got this one here, which is the more subtle colours, the Sea Breeze one.
Yeah, details at the bottom of the screen for the Sea Breeze. So for this Sea Breeze option, it's down here, 468288 for this box here. And for this option over here with the shaggy loops, that's in the, just looking at the colour, that's the Girls Just Want to Have Fun colourway. That item number is over here, 509437. So details on the left for this one, details at the bottom of the screen for this one here. That's a brilliant kit to make a bracelet and a pair of earrings for £15.99.
Now, there are some larger kits which do come with just a couple of sets of instructions with them, so you can make. I think it's actually got 4 sets of instructions with it, so you can make a whole kind of mix match of whatever you want to make. Now, if you were just going to make the acute helm bracelet, you'd obviously get an awful lot out of there because it's got clasps in there, but it has got that large clasp in there as well. So if you do want to go ahead and make the cuff bracelet, there's enough in there to do that as well. So there's an awfully big selection in there, so you can make either many small projects or a couple of larger ones.
Thing is, Hayley, at the moment it's the big save, and you're getting big savings of 50% off and more, some over 50%. This is a phenomenal saving of £20 off, leaving just £24.99 to pay. Factor in your delivery unless you are with Freedom, in which case it's already included there on those jewellery kits. Brilliant options. We are just about guaranteeing for Christmas delivery as well. Just about inside today, maybe for some suppliers the last day that we can say that for.
So this is what we call our kind of cutting room bundle. So these are the bits that we're left over with. We cut everything off the roll because, as we said, we cut to order, and these are little bundles. There's about 450 grams in there, which is usually equivalent to about kind of 2 metres-ish. There's a big mixture of fabrics in there. There's some bits that we print ourselves. There's some bits that we buy buy in already printed. And then there's bits of the batting in there. There's bits of the calico in there. And there's also bits of that heavier weight.
Oh, yeah, the half Panama.
The half Panama in there as well. So there's a real mixture. There's a real mixture of fabrics in there, and it's absolutely fantastic for either a stash builder Or B, just to try things
Yeah,
out.
just practice,
Just
have a go,
to try
have a
things
play.
out, to applique, to just have a good play. And there's quite a lot of fabric in there. When you kind of, you know, put it all out together, it's probably equivalent to about 2 metres
Yeah,
worth.
to think that's the golden thing I just hung on to there of what you just said, Hayley, just because I thought 450 grams, how much is that? But to hear that, it's around about 2 metres
It's around
worth.
about
For
two,
£9.99, that's
I would say
good.
it's going to be no less than 2 metres
Yeah,
worth of fabric.
that's really good going.
And they
Like,
are,
let's get a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
they are kind of, you know, longer bits. Sometimes they're wider bits. They are bits that we can't get into a fat quarter.
Absolutely.
So
okay.
you've got small bits, you've got larger bits in there. So if I open these, I'm just going to open a few up just so you can kind of see the gauge the difference.
One of the
Basically, you
fabrics.
do not know what you're going to get. You're just going to get a variety. Now, this is usually £16.99 a metre.
Yeah.
So,
to get that
you
much
can
of it,
get
and then-
you can get a fantastic bargain with some of these.
Yeah, some good fabrics in there. It's a lucky dip, as Hayley says, for
Yep.
£9.99 plus delivery, saving £5, and it's practically thereabouts, if not more, than 2 metres worth of fabric, pretty much, on that item number 677086.
It's great for things you wouldn't ordinarily have gone for. So fantastic for mixed media, where you're looking for those, you know, strange little bits and pieces. Great for power text, because most of these are cottons. I would say all of these are cottons, just about. The only thing that might not be is the batting. If you are lucky enough to get batting in yours. But everything else will be a cotton, so brilliant for using with power text and things like that. Maybe that you get a paint over the top of, so fantastic.
Like it. OK, what should we look at next, Hayley?
We are going to go with our fat quarter bundle, and again, this is a pick and it's a kind of not a pick and mix.
Dip.
It's a bit of a lucky dip. So you are getting a mixture. I mean, there's 8 that we're showing you there, but then I've got another 8 here that are completely different.
Yeah, look at that floral one there.
And then another floral one there. Some
lovely
pirates.
daisies, yeah.
You've got
Can't
some
beat some
letter
pirates.
print, and again, these will all be cotton. So you don't need to worry about that. They will be all cotton,
circles.
but it is a bit of a kind of.
Who's having a bit of a 2017 flashback here on some of Craft Yourself Silly's most popular fabrics?
It is.
The letter
It's
cards. I remember that
basically-
selling out very quickly with the elephant pattern.
It's basically us
Making
cutting up,
space.
making space, because we've got some very exciting new stuff.
New things coming through in 2018. Oh, yes, I know it sounds like the extreme far future, but it's only next year. It's a few weeks away. I know. So, yeah, a fat quarter bundle here. It will be a lucky dip where you're getting 8 fat quarters, mix it up bundle. Mix up bundle. I love that. Mix it up. Put the item number in, 802682. Put the item number into the website and it'll pop up for you to order. £9.99 plus delivery to get 8 fat quarters is fantastic. That's a half price offer there, all part of the big save. That's going on until the 2nd of January.
So what we've got next is some of our no-sew patchwork templates. So if I show you that, that is obviously patchworked. It's done in fleece, but there's not a single stitch in there. Not a single stitch. So you can create those patchwork designs without having to sew. And you can class this as the front or the back.
Yeah, I
because
like
if you
this
look at,
being the front. I prefer this. Look at this. Very, very tactile, yeah.
and it's a really, really simple technique. All you're doing is you're pushing them through. So if I undo one of these, maybe
So
not
there's a
one that's in the
hole in
middle.
between
So-
there.
Yeah, there's a little hole in between there.
Got that there.
You see? If I do
And
this
do
one
you
that's
need
on the orange,
Do you
it
need
might
the
help.
special proggy peg
So,
for
no,
the
you
proggy
can
tool?
you can do it with a ballpoint pen if you
Okay,
want to. So what
okay.
happens is you cut the if I borrow the big template, you'll be able to see, right. So we've got the large template. These are flexible as well. They're made out of foam, and we made them from foam so you could actually pin them to your work.
Okay.
And then it make it easier for you to cut them out. So you cut the square out, you cut all of these in between these gaps, so you create these fingers that we've got on here. And you also mark out and push out with, I use a seam ripper, especially on fleece, because you can just kind of get in and out and push it straight out. You pop all those little holes in as well. What happens then is you line them up back to back and you push one through the other. If I take these out, you'll be able to see a little bit more clearly. Oh, come on. And it is really solid once it's all together, because it's got nowhere to go, it's got nowhere to move to. Let me take this one out as well.
And they're all taking the weight, so each one is holding on, so the actual main thing's got
so there's
a load
no...
of structure to it,
I
hasn't
would
it?
recommend doing this in something that doesn't fray. We found that fleece is the best, but you could do it in anything that doesn't fray. So that's what you'll end up with, or little fingers like that. You pop the holes in on either side, and then you simply push one through the other. So if I want the orange on the top to match the rest, I'm going to push that one through.
Double it through.
I would use a ballpoint pen. Howard, can I have your pen back, please?
Oh, yeah. We borrowed this pen at the start of the show.
Thanks.
We used it
I'm
to
never
write
going to catch
something.
it. Oh,
You
I did catch it.
Good work.
Oh, look at that.
Should have caught that on camera.
I would use one that's run out so you don't actually mark your fabrics. But there you go. One through.
And then you'd push that through
push that
to
through.
join, and then it goes up and over and round.
Yeah, it goes up and over and round, and then
Yeah.
that creates your join.
And then you've got the...
It creates
the
that
two
little
coming out.
red bit, the orange bit there. And then if you do them all the same way for each one, you'll get nice little rows, so it looks neat enough to go either way round. See, if you look at that white one there, they're all done the same way, so you get that little kind of orange border popping round.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, he wants it back now, cheeky monkey.
Look at this as well. Look at that for a patchwork too. So
Really,
warm.
really simple and goes together really, really quickly. Not a single stitch of sewing in that. So great maybe if you're doing crafts with children, great if you're doing crafts with people with learning disabilities as well, because all you need is there's a whole set here and they all work together. So you could have the large square with the large triangle.
Yeah.
So you can pop those together, or you can use the large square with the small square like we've got on here, where we've created that kind of almost like a windmill pattern going on there. Or you can use, there's actually 5 different shapes that come with this. So you're getting your large square, you're getting your large triangle, you're getting your hexagon, which then works with the small triangle and the small squares as well. So you've got lots of different options with those.
Good, good, good. My friend's got a comb in his hair like that. Similar, like one of those.
You can, but what you can also do is use them just
Don't do
as...
that, because they're too floppy. It won't
Just
work.
use them as a template, because you can pin them. Can I have the big one?
Yes.
Thanks. Because you can pin them on. If you've got projects like this one here, where we've made little kind of hot water, it looks really sad there. Let me just fix that. There you go. It looks less sad now. If you want to do a project like that, again with a no-sew element to it, what you can do is just use this for round the edge, so you get your nice evenly spaced ones, and then you can lock them again.
Yeah, OK. So reuse over and over and over again.
Yes.
It's brightly coloured. It gets, like you say, you know, it gets that engagement
And we've
factor
made them
up,
from
you
that
know?
foam, so you can actually pin them directly to your fabric for better, more accurate cutting. Because sometimes when you're trying to do with templates, also with it being the foam, if you are using a rotary cutter to do it, you'll be able to...
It naturally stops. You feel it. don't you?
You kind of feel it, but also if you go too far, the worst that's going to happen is you're going to put a little nick in your foam. You're not going to kind of ruin a plastic ruler or something
Okay,
like that.
understood, understood. But I've done some similar rotary cutting with you, I think, Hayley, and you feel it. You feel
Yes, you do kind of.
You feel the snip.
You're coming up to it.
OK, so you've got your templates there as well. So, yeah, you get 6 templates, and your details are on the screen to get hold of them, 524910. A nice big save price as well, with half price and more savings for you on the big save until early January, 2nd of January, $15.99 plus delivery. Do check out of your basket if you've got anything in there. Check out now. It's a good time to make sure that you've clinched it and you've got it. It's a good time to maybe order Freedom membership, because you won't pay any extras on top of your delivery once you've paid for Freedom membership. Have a look at this. We'll see you in a minute.
Hello everyone. I've got a minute or two to tell you why you should all be members of Hochanda Freedom. Did you know that with Hochanda Freedom you could be saving on your deliveries every month? For just a £6.97 monthly fee, you will benefit from unlimited standard delivery, which means the more you spend with us, the more you save. And you know the best bit? You can cancel any time. Becoming a member of Hochanda Freedom, you will also be able to take advantage of our exclusive Freedom member discounts, where you can save anything up to 20% on an already fantastic Hochanda price. Freedom members will also receive our exclusive members badge and Freedom newsletter, which will keep you updated with all the goings-on behind the scenes. Just look at all these benefits for £6.97 per month. Over 10,000 of you are already members, and we thank you so much for being a part of our family and sharing your crafting passion with us. In fact, I'm now going to hand over to you to tell everyone else about your experience with Hochanda Freedom.
It's lovely because you have the special offers, don't you, that give you a nice discount off, sometimes up to 20%.
I don't have to worry about the postage. I can spend a £5 on something that I've seen as and when I've seen it, or I can spend 20 or 30 or 50 pounds, it doesn't matter.
I get special offers, I get special discounts, they tell me when everything's happening, so if there's a special show I want to watch, then it's there.
Yes, you do save. If you buy like I do, you save.
You see? You could be a member instantly for £6.97 per month with no ongoing monthly obligation. So when you want to cancel, you can. Just give us a call or go to our website quoting the item number 88888. So, don't forget, you get your unlimited standard delivery, exclusive Freedom discounts, members badge and a members newsletter. What are you waiting for? Join Hochanda Freedom today and become a member of the growing Hochanda family.
Yeah, it's a good idea, joining Freedom, and you don't pay anything extra on top of your... once you've paid for your membership, it's unlimited stand delivery.
Lovely idea.
I don't know how it's kept going, actually, all this time, but ever since we first launched, it's been the same price, and you get all those benefits with it as well. Thank you so much for watching. It's Hayley Smith from Craft Yourself Silly, and we've got Fabric Street going on at the moment. Oh, hello. Yeah, and you've got so many options on your fabrics here.
Yeah, just chatting away.
It's on live TV, you know. So, yeah, the Glitter Wave, what a great name for a fabric. It's just superb. 80% of the stock gone on the Glitter Wave already, so definitely.
Super quick.
If this is the first time you're looking at it, go for it as soon as you can. It's £1.5 meters worth for £9.99 plus delivery, and it's 474148. Hayley, you're not allowed to speak.
And that's a metre of the pattern and half a metre of the plain.
I'm joking. I said you're not allowed to speak.
Oh.
So tell us more about the geometric pattern, Hayley.
I can't because it's gone.
No, don't, because it's sold out.
Go on, throw it. You never throw stuff. Do it.
Do you know?
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do
Ready?
it. Howard's ready, look. Oh, under the leg.
I don't know if I've... Hang on.
Have you done yourself a mischief?
Oh. No, just kidding, don't worry. But I am slightly bruised down that side since Wednesday.
Yeah. Right, remind me. Somebody remind me after this to put the videos on the Facebook. It's very funny. Can't put them on the Hochanda one, apparently, but I can put them on mine. We can't stop that.
Somebody who was breakdancing at the Christmas party who really shouldn't have been.
Country Cottage is the next one. So you've got that larger print there with the coordinating kind of smaller blender print with the flower pots. And that's on the same number as the Art Deco one.
Yeah, Art Nouveau. Yeah, I think there's something they're so warm about all of these. Is that
I mean, this one goes
caramel.
Quite well with the Country Cottage as well. So the Art Nouveau one, you've got those big feature pieces, great for fussy cutting, and then you've got that lovely warm blender panel that goes with it, picks out all of those grey tones, the beige tones, the green tones, and those pinks and yellows in there as well.
The Art Nouveau option, where you get £0.5 metre and £0.5 metre, so half and half, making a metre in total for £9.99 plus delivery, is limited stock. The lovely Country Cottage option is 70% of the stock gone. It's going quickly. And then the hand dyed.
Did you do the number?
No, I didn't. I thought it's on the screen. 344963.
Yes, well done.
All right, just pulled that from my brain.
Did you?
Otherwise, there's no point in learning them, is it?
No.
Is it? So, you've got... You should see this before the shop. 364963. So, yeah, Art Nouveau. So then you've got the hand-dyed here.
So this is the ombre one. Really unusual, really interesting option here. It graduates all the way through. It's on the shot cotton, which means that the warp thread is one colour, the weft thread is another, but just makes for a really interesting fabric. And you've got two colour options. This top one is the pink, and then this darker one underneath is the purple.
Pink is the most popular, purple is going fast, but pink 60% gone already. 908864 is your item number on that. Next up, you've got your brushed cotton. Perfect for those warmer, cuddlier pieces of home decor.
Fantastic for any of the projects that are, warm and snuggly ones. So, soft toys, really, really easy to sew with. I must say, I think easier to sew with than fleece, because fleece is often quite bouncy, and this is a little bit thinner, but it still has that warmth to it, and just sews like normal cotton. So grey pink is this option.
Half the stock gone.
And then we've got pink and navy with those really nice, cute heart details.
And then red and white.
We've got red and white.
on that navy background, and then you've got the navy and white as well.
You've got a metre, and so far all of your fabrics, they'll be cut as whatever you order. So if you order a metre's worth of the Art Nouveau, you get a metre of the coordinating fabric with it, so that's 2 metres in total. Or if you want 2 or 3 metres or 4 metres of these, they will come off the roll.
Yeah,
and
they come off the roll and they're cut to order.
As that, so cut to order. So yeah, you've got the brush cotton there, 100918 is your item number. And the brocade, the Chinese brocade, smooth and silky, very, very beautiful this.
Very, very pretty. This is one item number, so if you are going to order kind of multiple different metres, it will only be one P&P for you. So you've got 2 options in terms of pattern. These 2 are the first option, which is Blossom, and that's in the red. If I just move that a little bit, you'll be able to see how amazing that gold is on there. Or you've got the silver as well, and again, still quite a lot of sparkle off those silver ones as well. So that's one colour, that's one pattern way. Your other pattern way is the Blossom and Leaf, which are these 2 here. Now, the one on the top there, that's the bronze, and then you've got that silver underneath.
Bronze, most popular, 60% of the stock gone on the bronze, and the others are there as well. If you've ordered any of those, then I know a lot of people have placed orders, so you are in good company with them. 4 different choices, same item number, 2 different designs across. You're saving £3 on your big save price, and it's a metre's worth of your brocade.
Do the number.
Oh, the number as well. OK. 941654.
That'll do.
Yeah. Right. Now I have to take my glasses off, so like that's how you get your memory going. Right.
Okay.
So. Half
this
metres.
Is the half-metre bundle. It's 2.5 metres in total, so you've got half a metre of each of these patterns. They are all in the quilting cotton, so fantastic quality, great for any project, but this is a project within itself, really, because they all work so beautifully together.
Yeah, this is a metre, sorry, 2 metres and a half, with half the stock gone already. So half a metre continuing. So 5 half metres, making 2.5 metres in total.
And again, team them with those plains that we've got. We've got the plain poplin bundles on the show. You can team them with those, and then you've got a whole load more options.
Very easy item numbers to remember this.
Is it?
694894.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like it when you do the numbers. It makes me happy.
All good. Everything's right with the world, isn't
Makes
it?
me happy.
So, we've got poplins, but these are even lighter and more delicate. These are lawns.
Yes,
very
these are a
popular
lawn. So these, in weight-wise, are kind of more equivalent to your kind of copier paper, if you're thinking it in paper and cardboard. So these
good description.
They drape beautifully. If you do want to use them for your heavier projects, then just put a bit of backing on them, put a bit of interfacing on the back, and they'll be absolutely fine for slightly heavier projects.
Yeah, limited stock. It's 2 metres worth of the clover lawn fabric. 2 metres worth there. 639085, and that's the clover lawn. Next is the teardrop. That's also limited now. Different item numbers to get hold of the teardrop. And it's also £9.99 plus delivery for 2 metres. 296507 to order now. And then the poppies, that pretty and pink poppy. Wonderful blue there as well. It's like a dark sort of blue.
I can't work out whether this one looks kind of 20s or whether it looks 70s. I think it's definitely the blue that's doing it, but I can't work out where it sits. It could go either way, I think.
Either way, I think, yeah. Either or either. Either will do there, Hayley, I think. And then you've got, again, a half-price offer on this as well. Poppies with 843796.
Excellent numbering. Excellent numbering.
Next up, your vintage florals.
We've got, the vintage blooms, and these ones, again, that really kind of classic vintage feel. I think it's definitely got that. Especially the green, I keep saying it, but it is the kind of William Morris look to it. Good. And that kind of large floral lawn fabric shop in London.
Yeah.
It's got that kind of feel to it as well. Yes, that one.
Yeah.
You've got it in the green or the pink, and this is a metre by 112. Are you lunging on my box?
Just
sort of just lunging on my
making sure
box.
the knees still work, that's all.
Okay.
So 138434 is your item number there. It's all in the knees, right.
OK, last of the fabrics.
You've got your
so we've got the spotty poplins. You have half a metre in the plain and a metre... This is getting weird now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a metre in the... Do you want me to move the box?
No, do you know, you pay good money for these when you exercise. There we go. So you stand on that and I can...
Spot on. There we go.
Yeah,
so,
spot.
You've got the cream and blue, cream and lavender lying, and that comes with half a metre in this blue, and you've got the khaki in the blue, again comes with half a metre, because all of those spots match up, so you can work really, really well together, or you can use them separately.
Yeah, the khaki is this lovely olive green, sort of golden green, and it's 40% of the stock gone. It comes with the blue poplin. So actually we're saying it's a metre of the cotton spots, but you've got a half metre of the poplin with it. That's a metre and a half in total, whichever one you're going for, cream or khaki, just there. 936763. And then we've got the lovely, we've got male bracelets and, in one case, earrings sets here.
Yes, so we'll start at the top again. These are the sweet peas at the top, so they come, you'll be able to see they've got kind of almost individual beads made out of the chainmail there. Yeah. And there's two colour options. This one is bubblegum, and that one is honey, and these are an intermediate level kit, so you need a little bit of experience, maybe done one before, maybe two before, and that is that one.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. 510296 is your item number. You'll be making two bracelets, whichever, when you both buy both, or one when you buy
one per
whichever
kit, but they're beautifully packaged, so fantastic for gifts, those ones. Next one we've got are the Byzantine ones, and you can get them in the lapis blue, which is this one, or the bubblegum pink, which is this one. These are a beginner level kit. Everything is included in all of these kits. That's all the jump rings, the clasps, the step-by-step instructions, and the mat to work on as well. The only thing you will need is pliers.
961658 is your item number there. The lapis there, or the bubblegum is your option. You're getting pretty much a half-price offer there, £12 off, leaving just £12.99 plus delivery to pay. That was the Byzantine, and this is the Shaggy Loop.
This is the Shaggy Loop one, and there's two different colourways in this. You've got the Sea Breeze, which is this one here, a lot softer, a lot subtler, and then you've got the Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And this isn't just a bracelet, this is a bracelet plus earrings in this one.
Details at the bottom of the screen for the Sea Breeze, which is this one, and then the Girls Just Want to Have Fun. As you can see, the name is just under there. Sea Breeze is at the bottom. So Sea Breeze details at the bottom, details on the left-hand side for your Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Big saving of £19, and as you say, Hayley, you can make your earrings with the shepherd's crook and also a bracelet. 8.5-inch bracelets.
These are better than half price.
Yes,
so this is, there's an absolutely insane saving on these.
Proper big saving there. The big save event is going on until, I'll hold those for you if you want. The big saving is going on until the beginning of January, all while stocks last. So big save event on until the 2nd of January with deals like this, where you've got half price and better than half price options. Yeah, the fabric bundle is roughly 2 metres worth.
I thought we were doing chainmail one.
Sorry.
Hang on, I'm just moving the box.
Sorry. Okay. You ready?
Oh, look, this is why we can't have nice things. She means chainmail bundle first.
The chainmail bundle, of course, not the fabric bundle.
Instructions and loads of rings. He's gone. Is that it? We're done?
Yeah.
You're not my friend anymore? Oh, sad face. Dave, quick! Matt sacked me off.
Well, Dave,
come and fix it. Come on,
we need
DB.
a professional.
Quick. You know, watch out for the box,
no,
though.
don't. That's bringing it too far.
So the bundle that we've got...
You would have done it as well.
There's loads and loads of rings there. Do you know what? I give up. I'm trying to do my job here. Your job, even.
Sorry.
The numbers have even gone. This is how bad it's gone. The numbers are back.
I'm so going to get told off for this. 677086 to get the chainmail bundle.
I've got you at 7 dB.
And it's 9.99.